Hey!
Hello!
Welcome to the Bourbon Blend. Oh, I'm sorry, that's what you're supposed to say.
Welcome to the Bourbon Blend. I'm Courtney and this is Jay, my amazing husband, and we are here tonight to share some lovely bourbons with you all.
Hell yeah.
Looking forward to this.
We're going to do double oaked bourbons tonight. We have five.
Five here to check out.
I only see four, but that's okay.
There's the little one in the
little
front.
one in the front. Little one
Got
in
the
front.
baby in the front.
Down in the front. Down in the front.
That's right. We got the little guy in the front.
And we will be doing that. So I got the script that I was given right here for show 23. Auburn SEC. We're going to talk about Transylvania University, which is playing in the Final Four right now, and things are not going great.
Women's basketball.
Yeah, women's basketball and the Final Four playing the NYU Violets, who are obviously they're cheaters.
I mean, they're violets. They're definitely cheaters.
And we're down 13-ish with 1 quarter to go. It's not looking great, honestly.
It's kind of sad.
So we'll talk about our double oaks. We got some special photos for you guys from the last week.
Yeah.
And also Courtney's, what was it? Courtney's conjectures or whatever it was. Courtney's always got like a question she likes to ask the populace at the end of the show.
Yes.
And we will see. It's
Courtney's
special.
Corner.
Courtney's Corner.
That's usually when I need to be sent to the corner is by the end of the show.
We do have a special guest with us tonight off
we
camera.
do.
It is our daughter, Madison Creel.
Yo, Mad Dog in the house.
Hey.
Yeah.
We're glad to have Maddie home. We needed to get her home because she had computer problems.
Yeah, my computer pooped out on me 30 minutes before an exam, and I flipped my shit.
Yeah.
My daddy bought me a new one.
Yeah, we do what we can. We do what we can around here.
So sweet.
So, you need one. You haven't gotten a computer since you were in high school, I don't think.
Yeah, it was a 2016 model.
Yeah, it had a minute.
I didn't know it was that long.
Yeah. It was the top of the line at the moment though, because it had a touch bar and everything.
Oh yeah, the touch bar ended up being kind of a bum.
Yeah.
Good name, Mrs. Maddie.
Yo.
That's right. Everybody knows what time it is. Let's see who we got here in the chat. I know that
Some true
Ravin,
legends.
Toolman is here. I believe that's the second week in a row. At least
Being
the
the
second week
first.
in a row being the first.
Yes.
Corey Dubb is here in the house as Evening Blenders. We love having Corey Dubb here, half of the Montgomery Power couple. Also, Ravin is in the house. Says, what's up, Blenders? Runner 24 says, hey, hey. Glad to have Runner 24, one of our East Coast guys, who's an absolute stud. Kanuman is here from the Mountain Time Zone, I believe, is where he's at right now. Some would say West Coast, but I wouldn't. Corey Dubb says, just pulled pork tenderloin and pork chops from the grill.
That sounds tasty.
Good food, good bourbon, good show. Thank you, sir. We're glad to have you as part of our
Thank you
journey.
for joining us.
Let's see. War Name Steve says, just poured some Old Bardstown Estate.
Oh, fancy.
That's Green Top, right? I believe so.
I don't know.
Michael A says,
I'm used
what's
to
up,
bottle
fam?
and bond.
Glad to have you. Do we have any green here?
No. You're talking about Willett.
Yeah, I don't know if we have one of our green bottles here.
We don't have Old Bardstown Estate.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving right along.
We don't. Sorry, I was looking for something. Mike B is in the house as well. Says, cheers all, sitting here watching for them tornadoes.
Oh, yeah. It's supposed to be some bad weather.
Nice night for a Rebecca Creek double barrel Spanish oak. That is a lot of words right there.
It is a lot of words.
Wow.
I have not heard that.
Yeah, I don't know that one, brother.
Yes.
I think I need to drink that.
Tornadoes here tonight?
I think
Not
Mike
here.
Brock is a little north
It's
of
a little
here.
north of here. It's like Arkansas through Kentucky.
He's a little north of
Okay.
Louisville, I believe. JM, one of our friends from Rebel Grove.
Yes.
Jeff has been a real great supporter. Says, what up, JG, and the very lovely Courtney.
Aw, thank you, sir.
G Pits for life. Someday, man, there will be another G Pit show, I promise you. I don't know. It could be a year. It could be 10 years. I don't know. We'll do it again, though.
Yeah.
When Neil comes to his fucking senses, that's what
No,
we'll
I don't
do.
think it'll include Neil.
Kanuman says currently on Pacific Daylight Time. I was correct on that one. And
you
might
said
be.
mountain.
Well, he's.
Mountain time's different.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He's right on the border, though.
Okay.
I don't want to say where he's at, but he's in a place in the
It's a
desert
large
where
border over there.
there's a lot of casinos there, and it's arid.
Arid. Okay.
And there's also a football team there that we kind of like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that place.
Yeah, Mike B confirms he is indeed in Indiana. Let's kick off our show tonight. We'll talk about Auburn as we do every single time that we start a bourbon blend. The Auburn Tigers, 24-7 overall, 13-5 in league play. They got their final regular season W last weekend against the hated Georgia Bulldogs. I don't remember the score of that game, but Auburn won by like 15-ish, maybe 18-ish, something like that. in a game where Auburn was really, really good in the first half and then just kind of grinded it out in the second half. They were so far ahead, and they were clearly the better team. Finished the season, the regular season, I should say, on a 3-game win streak, having defeated Mississippi State, Georgia, and somebody else that they probably should have beat. But at Missouri. They won at Missouri and won by a whole lot.
Yes.
So they're going to face South Carolina in the quarterfinals on Friday.
It's pretty good to get to the quarterfinals and not have had to play.
Yeah,
That's
I like the way that
deal.
it's kind of set up now. It's the right thing to do. Reward the teams that thrive and win a lot in the regular season.
Yeah, poor Missouri last night.
Courtney was watching. Oh boy, this Transy game's getting worse. We're down 18 now with 7 minutes to go.
That's sad.
Yeah, we were watching Missouri and
Georgia
tangle last night, and Missouri was up like 6. And Courtney goes, "Are they going to shit the bed?" And I go, "They're definitely going to shit the bed." Like they're.
They did.
And yeah, so technically they went 0-19 in the SEC this year, 0-18 in the regular season. Auburn's going to play South Carolina tomorrow again at 2:30 Central Daylight Time. The Gamecocks beat the hated Eric Musselmans tonight, this afternoon, I should say. So Auburn beat USC, I believe it was 101-61 inside the Nev. Earlier this year on February 14th. So you're going to think the Cocks are going to really want to get back in and really get up inside Auburn and get a little retribution for that loss, because Auburn was really, really good that day, obviously, when you beat somebody by 40. And they're a good ball club. Auburn is number 6 in the net, which is the official ratings that the NCAA goes by when they're seeding.
They've been most of the year, right?
They've been pretty high. Statistically, they're very they're darlings of the statistical world. In KenPom, they're number 5. I don't have that on there. Janai Broom, first team All-SEC, as you would expect, and Jalen Williams, second team All-SEC. And for the haters who love to rag on Aiden Holloway, he was first team, or he was on the freshman All-Conference team.
Well, there you go.
Now, I thought Aiden had a fine year. He wasn't. He lost his shooting confidence at one point, but it happens sometimes. Maddie, you like Janai Broom, right? Mm-hmm. He's pretty good. Came over from Morehead State. What do you think about Morehead State?
I like them.
Yeah. I understand completely. So Auburn looks good on a 3-game win streak going into this game against South Carolina, a team they beat by 40. So if they win that one, you figure they're going to play Tennessee. Tennessee's got to play tomorrow as well. So we'll see how that kind of breaks down. We got the final SEC standings. This was for the regular season. Auburn finishes in a 4-way tie for second place, 1 game behind Tennessee. And the way the seedings broke down, Kentucky got the 2 seed, Alabama 3, Auburn 4, and then South Carolina had to play today as a 5 seed. And that was based on head-to-head record or something like that. I fucking forgot what it was. Who gives a shit?
Missouri's record.
Commissioner Sankey
Yes.
might have just flipped the coin.
Is
Maddie,
that your first time looking at Missouri's record?
Yeah.
Maddie, they have not won a game in 2024.
That's tough.
That is tough.
We heard that in the
I was
broadcast
like,
last
oh
night.
my gosh, that's really sad.
Missouri's going for their first win of 2020.
First win of the calendar year.
Oh,
like,
wow.
What?
Cassidy B says, Maddie T with the scintillating takes.
I'm Morehead State.
You like Janai? Yeah.
What can I say? He ain't my bestie.
I did ask him, I don't know if you guys have ever seen him on TV. He's got a tattoo right under his ear, and it looks like it just says loser. But if I walked up to him and asked him about it, and so it's supposed to be loser and lover, the same word.
I know what you're talking about.
And
it's like a thing.
It is a thing. He looked at me like, bro, you don't know, and I'm like, I'm an old man.
Yeah.
And he still didn't explain it to me. But anyway, the S the V in the lover is in red. So if you're looking at him, like I'm looking at you, you can see it, but on TV it doesn't replicate. So it just looks like it says loser. I don't know. Is it a rap lyric or something, Madison?
I honestly don't know what it comes from, but I've
You need to do a little research and find out. So you can give us an update on
Major Zero in the house, one of our all-time favorites, a man who runs a great Discord community. Major Zero, not only did he go February with all those hauls, he's still cranking them out. I strongly encourage you guys to follow his channel for all the bourbon hauls you could ever imagine. I feel like we can't even do them anymore because he's perfected the art.
He has.
But yeah, he does an amazing job. Let's see. Ravin says, please tell me Maddie is drinking a marg.
They didn't have any tequila ready for me when I pulled up, you guys. It's honestly really upsetting.
So the NCAA feed says it's experiencing technical difficulties,
That's
which
classy.
is probably for the best.
Fourth quarter, or the final four. And we're having technical difficulties.
Corey says, JG, why are you down on our quarterbacks? He's being facetious, but honestly, they didn't look very good for me at practice the other day. Missed a lot of throws deep. Underthrowing, just bad. So not even really giving the wideouts a chance to compete, in my opinion.
I see where you're.
Oh, we're back. Okay, yeah, it's kind of like that.
I don't.
Okay.
The internet doesn't have a
Trancey's
source.
down 18 with 6 minutes to go, so I think we're kind of fucked.
Ouch.
It happens sometimes. It does happen sometimes.
Took 64 times.
Major Zero says, thanks, guys. Hit that thumbs up. Appreciate you guys. We got literally thousands of people on the line here, so we should be able to get that pretty easily. Let me get back to our main scene here, and I think we will probably go from here to
Some bourbon.
a little bourbon action. So the
Yes.
theme tonight, as I cleverly described on our thumbnail, is Okie Dokie, with a emphasis on O-A-K-Y, Okie Dokie. These are bourbons. Well, technically, I think they are all bourbons that were double-barreled, that were aged in an oak barrel, as, of course, bourbon has to be. And then it was taken out and put into another barrel. So that's double oaking, or double barreling, as some would say. Some of our favorite bourbons are double-barreled. Probably leans more toward me. Probably things that I like a little bit more than you like.
Yeah.
Because you like finished bourbons.
I do like finished bourbon typically.
And you usually like a wine one, just not the Prisoner Bardstown Bourbon Company. It's too
Yeah.
much. But most of the time you like those.
I do.
Like Bowman Port Barrel Finish, or
Yes.
or those
Or the Thomas S. More.
Thomas S. Moores are really good as well.
No, I don't have
So
any
I
more here.
muted you, Madison. You Gucci. All right, so that's what we're going to do. We'll start off with our first one tonight. We're going
Which
to
one
break
we
it
gonna
open
hit
with
first?
probably the most recognizable one you'll ever see. The Woodford Reserve Double Oak.
I got a mini bottle today.
Oh,
He's
my
so
goodness.
Cute. Look how cute he is.
Very dark and lovely.
Very
I gotta go
cute.
to the main video on that one. Yeah, it's
very cute.
very
Look at
dark
him.
and luscious looking.
He's very cute.
We are.
I picked this up and I was not anticipating the price on this cutie patootie.
Yeah, you thought. Well, I thought since it was a smaller, it wouldn't be too bad.
It was $32.
Well, I said retails at 60 for the big boy.
I mean,
so.
yeah, but he's just a little guy. I mean, I'd cash this out in a night.
So Woodford Reserve, I have a love-hate relationship with Woodford Reserve. I don't like their regular stuff, but I do like their double oaked, and I wish that I could try their double oaked.
You have before.
I've had Woodford Reserve double oaked.
Yes.
Where?
I don't know, but you've had it before because you keep talking about how you want to get it.
No, I just kept saying I wanted to get it.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, I think the only place you can get that, I believe, is at the distillery, and when we go, it's never there, so it happens. Woodford Reserve Distillery, which is in Versailles, Kentucky, near Woodford County High School,
That
where
it
our
is.
friends Jeff and Crystal Vincent graduated from. Versailles is this particular distillery is right in the middle of a horse farm, really.
It's Versailles, Jay, of course.
Versailles, yeah. We call it Versailles.
Versailles. What county is that in, Jay?
Woodford. I just said it's near the Woodford County High School Yellow Jackets stadium. Maybe, I don't know, 2 miles from Versailles? I don't know. Versailles is west of Lexington, maybe 10 miles, something like that. If you're in Versailles, you need to eat at Dough Daddy's Donuts, though. That is
Yeah, definitely.
amazing. There's also a castle out there, no shit, on the road between Lexington and Versailles. Retail on this bad boy is $60. It's 90.4 proof, which is pretty low for us, honestly.
It is.
No age statement, believed to be 5-ish years old. 72% corn, 18% rye, 10% barley, which is the standard mash bill for Woodford. And this particular expression debuted in 2012. So
The good thing about this is that you can find this anywhere. So look at our pioneers, Jay. 32.49 are trying to make a comeback.
we're only down 17
Only down
with 5 minutes
17.
to go. Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
So now, since oakiness has
Yum.
a certain flavor to it, I think it's hard to explain what oakiness tastes like. It just tastes, oakiness to
Like
me
the
is a
earth.
taste. Like, it is a taste.
Earthy.
I don't taste, this doesn't taste
Nature.
earthy to me. This doesn't taste earthy at all to me. And I'm very sensitive to earthy.
Tastes like you're chewing a tree.
I'm very sensitive to earthy.
Chewing a tree.
No, this is thickish, I think. I definitely get like a chocolate
I
or
don't get
cocoa
chocolate.
on that or something.
On the nose, I get.
I get. This has got ethanol nose for me.
Yeah.
Let's see. Kanuman says he's on his way out to walk to the Sphere,
Oh, nice.
which is you should certainly be doing that. We'll see you wonderful people soon.
Thank you for checking in tonight.
Appreciate it, Kanuman. I've been in contact with Kanuman these last 2 or 3 days.
Nice.
He's been in Vegas doing some fun stuff.
Nice.
Let's see. Cassidy P says for sales like Keeneland Sales. For sales like Keeneland Sales. Yes. Keeneland, the outstanding horse racing facility. Is that what we call it? Thoroughbred racing facility. It's probably 3 or 4 miles from Woodford Reserve, something like that.
I remember having this before and not caring for it very much, and I feel the same way tonight.
Cassidy P says Okie tastes like dry, syrupy, and delicious. Dry is it's the right word. Dry is a great word for that.
Definitely. I don't get syrupy at all.
To me, it's like if you put like dark cocoa powder on your tongue, it would be like a really dry cocoa taste. Like
yeah,
it's not
that's probably why I don't like it.
But it's pretty good. I mean, I don't know. I've never really been in love with it, but to me, it's like.
Oh, I do have Old Granddad 114.
It is. What's Major Zero saying? Major Zero says, if you have Old Granddad 114, which we happen to have, sir.
I always have this handy.
Do a 50-50 blend of the Woodford Double Oaked. So good. That guy would definitely know what he's doing. So I'm curious to see how this pops. Is that 50-50? Mm-hmm. Wow, you already poured the Double Oaked? Mm-hmm. Oh, it was already in your glass.
It was already in my glass.
I was like, she hasn't grabbed it yet.
Finished it.
Jeez. What would we call this? Double Granddad? That sounds like it would be a bad thing to look for on YouTube or on Google.
That's much better.
Oh, did it really bring something out?
It's much better. It's much better than the.
Did you spit in this?
Yeah, I did.
Are you sick?
I licked the whole rim.
Are you sick?
Shut up and
I don't want
drink.
whatever you've got.
Shut up and drink it. That's much better.
Oh, yeah, it actually is.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Thank you for the suggestion. That was good. That makes me want to finish that first pour I had because I didn't care for it.
Well, for better or for worse, that either eliminates or very seriously mutes that, what I would call that cocoa taste. Mm-hmm. And it just eliminates it right there. Mm-hmm. That's an interesting situation right there.
Interesting.
Okie Granddad, Cassidy P thinks is what we ought to call this.
I like it.
And Major Zero, thank you for the suggestion. That's
like it.
amazing.
Thank you.
I thought Woodford
better.
Double Oaked would be a great place to start. OGD 228, Chris says. I like that. We thought this would be a good place to start because this is such an ubiquitous bourbon that like everybody has.
Or everybody talks about having, and I just don't see the pleasure in it. It's just not for me, and that's good because there's plenty of other kind of bourbons I can try.
Sure. The good news is that we can always have that out at a party or whatever, and it'll get pounded.
Yeah, and they get pounded.
Bourbon School in the Hizzle. We love Bourbon School.
Cheers.
That's another, we should call it like couples bourbon YouTubers.
The Okie Granddad is good.
Yeah, Okie Granddad. Michael A. liked the OGD 228. Look at Cuz coming through there. Okay, so for me, this is kind of a, when you're talking about a Double Oaked series or whatever, I think this is one you definitely want to start with because it's ubiquitous, it's very oaky, it's readily available, everybody's had it.
Easy thing to try.
Yeah, it's an easy thing to try, so why not? So we'll start there, and we'll kind of maybe add some complexity as we move forward. Oh, I'm going to wait because you're still...
Oh, bottoms up.
You're falling behind is what I was going to say about it. Now we move on to one that we borrowed, a bottle that we borrowed from Cuz, a.k.a. Chris Haynes in the chat.
Sorry, guys.
We feel like we have a very nice supply of bourbon, and I think Cuz's is now bigger than ours. That's what she said. We got the Starlight Double Oak. This is out of Indiana, Borden, Indiana officially, but really it's just north of Floyd's Knob, so it's...
So this is actually used to be just a farm back in the day that I used to visit as a kiddo, and they had like fresh, you pick farm and stuff like that. And then, of course, at Halloween, it was a big place to go and get your pumpkins and all that. And then they decided, you know what, we're not making enough money at that anymore.
That's exactly right. I was reading about it today.
Let's go ahead and just make some bourbon.
Yeah, I was reading that they had to, the state of Indiana, this is years ago, had laws preventing them from doing this. So they had to work with lawmakers to kind of lobby their way into this.
How does MGP do all that then?
Are they in Indiana?
I thought they were in Indiana.
I think it must have something to do with, because they were trying to do brandy, and they had to do a lot of work with the state legislature to get going. I don't know.
So Starlight's the name of the city that it's from. I don't know if you knew that or not.
It says Borden, Indiana on the back of that bitch, but.
Well, Starlight, Indiana is where the Huber farm was.
Okay.
So.
And you once overdosed on.
I did on raspberries.
Raspberries.
Yeah, and I threw up in the back of the car, and I thought I was bleeding out because.
Everybody thought you were bleeding because you were like you were puking blood, but you were just,
it was just raspberries with.
Just raspberries.
It had a lot of seeds in it. That was kind of the giveaway.
Dead giveaway. The Starlight we see on and off in the state of Alabama. We don't see this one very often. This one is actually a store pick from State Liquors, which is in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yes, it is.
They're near Gerstles and St. Matthews. Mm-hmm. So good stuff there. Because anytime there's a store pick at State Liquors, I'm in. It's just a place. It just seems like a place that knows its bourbon. Nose is definitely better than the last one.
Well, yeah, it's still. I smell oaky.
I can't really. I don't taste astringent though, like I did in the Woodford. Woodford does not have a great nose.
This is much better than the Woodford.
Tastes better or smells better?
Tastes better. The smell is about the same to me. I'm sorry, the nose is about the same to me.
Oh, this
smells oaky.
Way fruitier.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Very, very sweet.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised because it says it's a mix of 2 high rye bourbons.
Yeah,
So I was thinking it'd probably be a little spicy, right?
It's 2 bourbons that are 20% rye, which is somewhat high for a traditional bourbon. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say high rye, because technically a high rye would be like even higher than that. But,
a rye, yeah.
But here's the thing. Some people on Reddit had theorized that when they go into the second barrel, it must be some kind of a vanilla type barrel that neutralizes the oakiness, because they were saying that single barrel or cask strength Starlight has an oaky taste on its own, and then they go into they double barrel it. It should be even more oaky, but instead it's less oaky.
It's got to be a different.
And it's more vanilla-y. So again, it's tricky. I agree. This is tasty. This is good. Tasty. I don't know that I've had this.
This is tasty.
Cuz grabbed this and we were up there at State, and
it's delicious.
I think I just got my hands full with a bunch of other shit. Yeah, that's good. It's not oaky.
It is good.
That's not oaky at all.
It is good.
It retains some of that chocolatey.
Jay, we're only down by 10. 2 minutes left. I don't know about this now.
Yeah, we are down 10 with 2 minutes left. That's
10
good.
with 2 minutes left.
We have the ball, too.
Come on, Transylvania Pioneers.
I actually was getting in a bad mood.
I know. Jay was a little disgruntled.
Chris says, look at the label on this bitch.
You know I can't read it without my readers.
It just says bourbon whiskey finished in a second oak barrel, cuz. Yeah, here we go on the back. It's aged in charred French oak.
Nice.
Right away. And then put into an unused charred oak barrel to age another 4 to 8 months. This process provides intense oak notes, enhanced vanilla flavor, and mellowed rye spice.
Ah.
But it doesn't identify what kind of barrels specifically it is. So the theory was that it was something to kind of actually tone down the oakiness. But yeah, this is delish, man.
This is good. I like this. It's a whole lot better.
I still get like the pleasant chocolate on it, but I get it fruity too, or sugary. I don't know.
I also like that it's 114 proof.
Yeah, Cassidy P mentioned earlier that double oaked Woodford is a great starting point because it's 90 proof. And so if you're not used to bourbon, that's not gonna.
That is true.
That's not going to punch you real hard in the face.
Wasting time here, Jay, with giving them the ball back.
The Ravin is always very interested in knowing about the mouthfeel, Courtney. So how does it feel in your mouth?
I like it because there's a little bit of spice, but it is definitely not a burn.
We're usually talking about mouthfeel is more like thickness and.
I know, but I'm just saying that there's a lot of that. It's not thick.
No, it's like average.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cuz you may not get this one back, bro.
May make its way.
That's one of my favorites. Not at the top, but it's like that's in the top 10% probably for me. I like that. got a really nice burn too.
The
Like,
only
it's
reason
not
I wouldn't have picked it
rough.
up is because it's from Indiana. But I should pick it up
It's
because
Starlight, because you had good experience.
I did end up getting a Starlight that's supposed to be coming to me at some point.
Can you elaborate?
Greg got it.
He got a Starlight?
Yeah, he said, "What about this?" And he was showing me, and I said, "Oh, I'll try that Starlight." So
We got
Anyway.
a lot. Greg owes
it's
us
a
a
little,
lot.
yeah, he's got a little stash for us.
All right, so we like the Starlight Double Oaked much better.
Yes, much better.
Let's see. Major Zero says, watching this on my phone, and you guys are super small. You should swap the pictures.
Oh, okay.
What does he mean by that? Swap the pictures?
Make us the larger one and that the smaller one.
Oh,
You can't really do that very easily.
not easily. I'm gonna rethink that though, Zero. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. It's good feedback. I always assume that everybody's watching on a TV or on a laptop because that's what I do, but probably most people are watching on a phone. A lot of people are anyway.
Yep, true.
I'm gonna go to this next one. This is a Courtney special that we picked up. This is the 2XO
Yes.
that Courtney picked up in Columbus, Georgia.
Columbus at the bottle shop.
The 2XO stands for 2 times oaked, so it is by definition a double oaked. This is blended by Dixon Dedman, who was the master distiller at Kentucky Owl. And then he broke away to create his own. He's a blender now on his own doing the 2XO thing. I believe the people who run, there were other Kentucky Owl people that broke out on their own, and I can't remember the name of their bourbon now. We had it. Your friend, the Kindercare dad, gave us some. Old Carter.
Oh, Carter.
Old Carter is what they did. So you've got the people who ran Kentucky Owl, I guess, have bounced for the most part. Dixon, and then the people that run Old Carter. So there you go. Retails for about $50. This was the bottom. They're everyday bourbon, essentially. 92 proof, so it's pretty accessible. No age statement, which I feel like I'm a big fan of age statements, particularly when you're like starting out like this. Like truth in advertising kind of thing.
Not if you're have a 3-year bourbon. Like, who wants that?
Oh, okay. So this is a blend of 2 juices that he sourced. Probably or possibly, according to the internet, could be Bardstown Bourbon Company and Wilderness Trail. Which kind of bothers me because as a Transylvania graduate, I do not like Wilderness Trail since they're from Danville, home of Center College Colonels, and we don't like them.
We're going to lose, Jay.
Transy has won, coming into this game, Transylvania had won 64 games in a row. They're the defending national
They are
champions.
now going to be 64-1.
Yeah.
What's the score?
It's 54-39 with 1 minute to go.
Damn.
Can we just...
Let's just turn that
that
off.
No, I tell you, I'm Transy till I die, so I'll go to the last second, but at that minute, I'm turning this sumbitch off.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Let's see.
a messy
Castle D Pieces.
game.
Mr. Dedman's offering. I'm curious on your thoughts, as I've not had this. I do enjoy Old Carter,
Okay.
which is Sherry Carter. I forget her husband's name now, but it's a husband-wife deal.
This smells syrupy to me on the nose. I get that.
This reminds me more of like Woodford Reserve to me.
Boy, it's very light.
I get some astringency on this
very
bad boy.
light.
It is very light. Wow. Mouthfeel
very
will be
light,
very thin.
Very,
within.
very thin.
It seems like people on the internet.
If you like,
Like
the
the-
Woodford, you'll like this. Let's just put it that way. So in other words, I don't particularly care for it. I mean, it's okay.
This is one that-
This is not going to be one I'm going to go for.
This is one that got really hot with bourbon influencers maybe 2 years ago or 18 months ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it kind of came on the scene very quickly, and you could tell that Dedman had been kind of networking, which is smart. I mean, it's a
you
good
have to.
strategy. But yeah, some people got a little skeptical of it based on that. Said, "Oh, is this where they're trying to spoon feed us shit that we should like or whatever?"
92 proof. I mean, yeah, I guess I can taste that. To me, it's very similar to the Woodford.
Wardam Steve says, "What's on the agenda so I can go dig?" If he's looking for stuff, we're going to also be drinking Lux Row Double Barreled 12-year, and we're going to finish with my all-time favorite bourbon, my favorite pour of all time, the Parker's Heritage Double Barreled Blend, which I am actively
tasty.
searching for another bottle of, but I have
There's one back here.
an unopened one right there, so we still have some. I can make this last for decades if I need to. Yeah, so this is solid. I wouldn't pay a penny over about 40 for it, but, well, we paid more, but I'm saying I wouldn't.
I will say, of the shows that we've done, this has been my least favorite tasting so far.
Okay.
I'm talking about the double oak.
I got some good news, though. We got some good ones coming up.
Yeah.
We got
I
some
know.
real ones.
We got some real
Pow.
ones.
Pow!
Bang.
All right. So that's what we're looking for. War Name Steve, if you got some of that, man, I'd love to jump in and get some of that. Mike, Major Zero, Mike B, kind of chatting back and forth. I didn't say pour 4 ounces. Can always go to 1/2 an ounce, which is what I was doing a couple weeks ago, and I was still trying to figure out my heart was going to be good. Cassidy Pieces thin, light, boo. He was hoping for better from the 2XO. Again, completely fine. Kind of reminds me of Stellum, I guess. Just like a solid
might.
average. At least the
not-
burn is consistent.
I mean,
I
this
like
is the
that.
basic one. There are other ones as well. They have a whole series of these 2XOs. So maybe another one is more flashy or fantastic, but I'm not getting that. Unfortunately, it's not quite in my wheelhouse. It's not something that I would love and want to go out and search for.
I mean, in a perfect world, I know you like finished bourbons better. It was just something else.
I like bourbons that don't taste like the earth.
Cassidy Pieces Dixon made some bones when they sold out Kentucky Owl, which we could talk for at least an hour about Kentucky Owl because I think it is super overrated.
Yeah.
The confiscated is the problem is the confiscated is the most accessible one and it's also the shittiest one. So like it's hard to get the good Kentucky Owl. Maybe some would argue there isn't even any good Kentucky Owl. I don't know. Cuz has a St. Patty's Day one that is good but not amazing. He has a red label one, which I think is like a
You need to have a
Japanese
St. Patty's
blend.
Day one on Sunday because that's
Oh, that's
St.
right,
Patty's Day.
cuz we
Coming
gotta do
right
that.
up. Got to wear your green so you don't get pinched.
He's got a red. You're wearing your green underwear, right? On St. Patty's Day.
On St. Patty's Day. There it is, Jay. It's official.
42 to
Damn it.
57. I can't bear to watch it.
It's so sad.
can't-
That's okay.
I can't bear to watch it anymore. Well, congratulations to the Trancy
I mean,
women's team. I mean, they won 64 in a row. I mean, that's pretty good.
it's pretty amazing.
All right. He said he would be disappointed if his current offering is not challenging the palate. I can only base it on stuff I read on the internet. But I think the other 2XO stuff, they have one that's called the Innskeeper. They have one that's called the Phoenix Project. Those scored a lot higher than that
Okay.
one. So I think Cassidy P, if you go up in the scale a little bit, you're probably going to find some of that interesting stuff. All right, next one. We're going to go to the Lux Row. This is definitely in my top 5 of all time. We picked this up kind of on a whim when we were at the Lux Row Distillery, which is right across the Bluegrass Parkway from Bardstown Bourbon Company.
Yes, it is.
Just opened somewhat recently. I think 2018 is when they opened that distillery,
right?
when they opened that campus.
Okay.
It's really nice, kind of rustic. There's a lot of
nice.
pretty grass, and they have peacocks there.
They do have peacocks.
Peacocks. This bad boy has some cool things about it. First of all, this bottom is like you could hide your weed stash in there, and no one would ever know. There's like a big hole there in the bottom.
So you drink
Second
it
of all,
all.
this cap, I swear to God, it's made out of tungsten. So I feel how heavy that
I know
motherfucker
it
is.
is.
Oh god damn! You scared the shit out of me. This is I believe you can only get this at the distillery. Yeah, this is a 12-year. It's 2 different barrels that they combine together. Together, it's 118.4 proof.
So a different take on your double.
Yeah,
Well, it's not double oaked, it's double barreled.
double barreled.
That makes
right.
sense.
7-8% corn, 12% barley, 10% rye, which screams Heaven Hill to me. This is so old that there's no way they distilled this at Lux Row, so it comes from somewhere else. And to me, I think 78, 12, 10 is going to be Heaven Hill, which is not too far away from where they're at. But I have always enjoyed this one.
Wow. It is a very nice cap.
Yeah, we got a backup, thank God.
It's a
At
nice
home.
cap. I don't know if Cuz can have that one. Just teasing, he's a good one.
Wow, that has a great front end to me. A really amazing front end. Where did Maddie go?
She'll be back.
Sorry. Let's see. Cassidy Pieces have only enjoyed the other Kentucky Owls at Mammy's in Bardstown. Never was able to purchase a bottle. But either
I
three
remember
or
this.
four.
I haven't had this in a long time. I remember this. And it tastes like molasses.
Still not an amazing nose, though.
No, tastes like molasses to me.
Ever
Which
since
is good.
You know, since that Old Forester 1924, every nose has been a down from that one. Like, that is an amazing nose.
It did. This tastes like molasses to me. Which is good.
Yeah.
It does have a thick mouthfeel.
It is. Oh,
It
Ravin.
is thick on the tongue.
Ravin. She loves the thick mouthfeel. Michael A. says it is appropriate to drink bourbon, not Irish, on St. Patty's Day. You drink whatever you want, Michael.
That's right.
Bro.
You
Absolutely.
can make your own Irish car bomb.
Hey. I never liked the name of that drink, by the way.
Yeah, it isn't very nice, is it? What are some of the others that you have on St. Patty's Day?
Green beer.
Hey, I know that there's a leprechaun down in Mobile. Maybe he'll come out.
To me, it looks like a leprechaun to me. All you got to do is look up in the tree. Who else seen a leprechaun? Say yeah.
Yeah. And Maddie's not going to be down there for it. Dang, maybe if she goes on Monday, she can catch the remnants of the
Here's how it
leprechaun.
starts. You ready? Curiosity leads to large crowds in Mobile's Crichton community. That's how it started. I could have been on TV. No, I'm too ugly to be on TV, but I have the right voice for it.
Shut up.
I love this bourbon. I agree it tastes like molasses, kind of.
Do you get that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's very sweet. I mean, it's super
It
sweet.
is sweet. I remember this now.
Got a nice burn to it, straight through. I love the front end of this. This might be my favorite front end
It does not taste like 118 proof.
of any bourbon out
at
there.
all.
I absolutely love it, though. Cassidy Pieces asked someone of Irish heritage. There is no restriction on what is appropriate to imbibe.
Nice.
We can get a laugh on that one for sure. I thought that Cassidy P was Croatian, so I'm surprised to hear he's of Irish heritage. Cuz says,
Amateur.
this amateur sketch shows what many of you say the leprechaun looks
Jay
like.
has a Jay
When you
has
shine
a
a light
t-shirt.
in its direction, it suddenly disappears.
Jay has the T-shirt with the amateur sketch on it.
Some believe there is treasure buried underneath this tree. I'm gonna rent me a backhoe and uproot that tree. I want to know where the gold at. I want the gold. Give me the gold. I want the gold. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, check it out on YouTube.
On the YouTube.
Mobile Leprechaun.
Yes.
That's all you need to know right there. It might be
My spot.
or the Crichton Leprechaun. Yeah, we're saying we're not going to be down there for that, right? Or are you going
That
to?
was never about Pritchard. Crichton's like Pritchard.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's right on the other side of the interstate from where you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mobile Leprechaun is one of the greatest things. Ravin says, I always enjoy Irish Red on St. Patty's Day. That's an interesting take, but hey, again, there's no wrong answers on this, brother. Courtney, did you like the Lux Row Double Barrel?
I do like it.
She likes it.
I do like that.
She likes
I
everything.
do like it.
Love the front end. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good. All right, you want to go to this last one, Miss Courtney?
Yeah.
You want to hit it? Bum, bum, bum. My all-time favorite bourbon. The best that there ever was for me in my mouth. And I've had some pretty good ones. I haven't had some of the great ones, like the 23-year Pappy. But Cousin Becky have been generous and let me taste some of their Pappy, some of her old Fitz. I've had some really good stuff, and this is absolutely amazing. We already cashed out one bottle. This is bottle 2. Bottle 3 is behind me, and we may not get another one. I've kind of been on the lookout for it. I've had my guy, my Sentinel, looking out for it. Parker's Heritage is a recurring annual release put out by Heaven Hill. They change it every year. 3 years ago, I think it was like a Curacao one. Then there was this one. Then they did like a all mash bills or something. I don't remember what the current one is. This one, I believe, is from 21. Yes. Heaven Hill Distillery, Bardstown, Kentucky, runs these days about $250, maybe $300 on the secondary. I don't know exactly. It looks like Cassidy P has himself a leprechaun shirt. We like to hear that. That's very on brand because you're a stud. 132.2 proof, which is hot.
Hot.
However, this is not the kind of bourbon that will blast your eyes out. It's very well mannered. This is named. Oh, it's a mix of 13 and 15-year bourbons. It's 2/3 13-year, 1/3 15-year, And I believe the 13-year juice, yeah, that's what I put right there. The 13-year juice is rebarreled. The 15-year just goes straight in. The 13-year
Gentle
juice.
with these pours.
The 13-year juice is rebarreled. And this is named after Parker Beam, who was the master distiller at Heaven Hill. And he passed away in 2017 from ALS. He was 75 years old.
They donated a portion of this.
Yeah, I believe it's $10 from the retail purchase price goes to ALS research, so you feel pretty good about when you're paying big money for this. Guys, I don't
Cheers
get to
on
drink
this
this
one.
very often, but I sure do like it. The color on this stuff is just unfreaking believable. It doesn't do it
Smells like
justice.
walnuts to me.
The half bottle doesn't do it justice. I got to get on the main page for this bad boy. I mean, I don't know if you can see how dark this stuff is. I mean, it's just, it's
Very
super dark. It's aged. I mean, it's 13-year, 15-year. But man, it's just such a beautiful bottle. And can you just give me a minute?
We're going to come back. Commercial break.
Commercial break. Technical difficulties. Sorry, everybody. Much
We
better
got to drown
nose.
our sorrows and our Tracy loss right now.
Yeah. Much better nose, though.
Told you, I think it smells straight up like walnuts.
I could see that. I get a nuttiness out of it. Yeah, I don't know why, but whatever. Oh, man. You would never know it's 132 proof or whatever it is.
No.
It is so refined.
This is like when I have my...
My legs
Willet.
literally... I got goosebumps from that one, seriously.
So that's like when I have my Willet, and I'm like, this is so good, and you would never know how high the proof is. That's the way I feel about that.
Yeah, your purple 10-year is just nuts, too. That's really good.
That is yummy.
Oh, my goodness.
That's yummy.
I hope that you guys get a chance to drink this, because me and Cuz have, and
It's yummy.
we sure do like hitting that. Cassidy P, it looks like he's had a bite or a sip of that bad boy as well. He says that Parker is just so enjoyable.
It
It
is.
literally makes me want to cry. 'Cause to me, it's just so good, man.
I don't know about that, but
There's
it
not
is
one
good.
thing about it I don't love. Like, it's just super freaking good, man.
It is good.
It's got a perfect burn. It has a nice nose. It has a great front end, middle end, nice back end, kind of like Jamonte Waller. I told Courtney the other day, he had a big booty. I wrote that today in my thing about the practice, and everybody was making fun of me for it. Like, we know what kind of a guy you are now. You like chasing the booty. I was like, hey.
I mean, truth.
Oh, my God, it feels so
Look
good.
at the blasphemy from
Look at Ravin is
Mr.
trying.
Patel.
Ravin trying to start a fight over here. I'm sure it's great as a mixer. Golly. What are you doing? If you use this as a mixer, I got somebody who's going to come take a visit to see you.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
That is yummy.
Chris Hansen from Dateline NBC. Tim the Toolman Taylor says, Jay, you still talking about bourbon?
True.
Oh, it feels. It's like Stoltze when he's doing the rundown, and I say, they got 58 cars at Lynch Toyota. He goes, oh. My favorite is the TRD Off-Road Tacoma. He goes, oh my God. Cassidy P says, Parker's is the Jamonte Waller of Double Oaks. I love it. Corey says he's bendy with a big booty. I want to be described that way once. I don't know if you got a big booty, Corey. I haven't really noticed, brother. Would you say you have one? I don't know. Tori might know that better than I would. Actually, Courtney might. Does he have a big booty?
I don't think so.
Kind of a thin guy.
so.
He's a thin guy, I should say. So. Well, that was a fine double oaked. It got better as we went on.
Oh,
I
this
think.
is definitely much better.
Was there one that you liked? Okay, you like that one best?
Well, I
Parker's
mean,
Heritage? Well, I mean, that doesn't really fit your wheelhouse. It's
one
a
that
little
I
high
can
proof.
get every day would definitely be this Starlight. That would be, well, not every day, but this is definitely one that I would take over. These would be tied for one. This is definitely 2, 3, and 4.
With Woodford Double Oaked, your last place?
Yeah, that's definitely like, well, both of these are. I don't care for either one of them particularly.
Let's see, Mike B says, I'm searching for an EHT barrel proof. Anyone see it, let me know where I can get it for. I had one offered to me today, actually. I will tell. I can tell you what I got asked for. Hold on just a second. Courtney, can you make them happy for a minute? I mean, I
No, but
did.
I
I got offered
definitely
one earlier. I'm just trying to see.
I like the Starlight a lot.
He $400. Is that too much, brother? Mike, I was going to pass on that, but I did get offered an E.H. Taylor barrel proof for $400
It's
today.
French Weller.
French Weller. It's
Never heard
it's a French. It was a store pick from a shop in France, and it was brought back. Yeah.
Interesting.
I swear, that's true.
That might be worth trying.
So let me know, Mike, if that's something that I don't know if that's a good price or not. That's a bourbon that I don't pay much attention to, so I don't know if it's a lot. Cassidy P says y'all really ought to include the Peerless Double. Cuz has a Peerless Double.
No.
Yeah, he does. I think he does. That's that.
I thought.
Cuz, let me know, bro. Is that?
I think we have one, but not in our possession.
I think Cuz has two, because he bought one at Peerless. That's what it was. He bought the one at Peerless that I passed on because it was $160, and I'd already blown too much money at other shit. He hadn't. He bought it, and it was amazing. And then I think he got another one. Cassidy P says $400. That's highway robbery, fam. Again, guys, it's not a bourbon that I pay attention to, so I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't know. So that's good. I'm glad you guys made that clear.
Okay.
Vince says, JDC,
Yeah,
you know
see?
I wouldn't dare mix a Parker's Heritage.
I'm getting a Huber Starlight Sherry Bourbon.
Okay.
Barrel
That's what we're
Select.
getting, huh?
And then let's see what the other one. That came from Total Wine. There it is.
Oh.
And then a Blanton's.
We got a Blanton's.
And then this is from Peerless. So.
Autumn Air Single Barrel Bourbon.
Yeah.
Autumn Air.
Autumn Air. Wonder if that's any count.
Chris Cuz says he's got a Peerless Single Barrel. Okay, very good.
Okay.
And Mike B says 150 sounds more appropriate for the E.H. Taylor.
Oh.
Which is fine. I mean, again, I wasn't going to take it. I wasn't even
Something
paying
you're looking
attention.
at.
Wasn't even paying attention. We would love to have that Peerless Double Oaked, though.
Yeah.
I am a huge fan of Peerless in general. Yeah, we love being there. Corky, the owner, he hangs out there all the time, and they have a really cool visitor center. I guess it's very wooden and.
You know he's there every single day, but everybody always acts surprised when they see him.
Oh, look, it's Corky."
It's the president. He's here. And I was like, come on, guys. We know he's here every day.
Guys, we know what time.
Let's not act surprised.
Let's see. Anthony says, JG, you should be in Nashville trying moonshine. LOL.
No moonshine. Yuck. No moonshine.
I'll give you one of these right
Come
here.
after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
It's probably for the best that I'm not in Nashville. Let's see.
Yeah.
The last time I went to Nashville,
Didn't end well.
no, I ended up with videos on my phone that I didn't remember taking, and they included me. It was like me doing this at a
You were at a
karaoke. I was singing
Yeah.
karaoke. I was singing a karaoke country song with a UK fan at a big bar, and
You
I
were
was.
at Jason Aldean's, weren't you?
I don't know what it was. It was like the Hangover. Honestly, I have no recollection. I got separated from my guys, and I just partied by myself.
Imagine that. Party by himself.
It's time to look at a few photos. We have just a few from this week. This was promised last week. This is Chris on the right there. He got his new car, and I said it was absolutely imperative that we have a picture of us staring at engine components because that's what guys do.
I like the finger. I like the finger pointing because that definitely. Do you know what you're pointing at?
I have no idea what I'm pointing at. Well, I know it's the engine. But
It is a portion of the engine.
I feel like men should do this, even if they don't know what the hell they're talking about. So
Yeah.
there's Denton and me and Cuz right there
Look at
doing
you.
our thing.
Y'all are definitely
So thanks to Becky
gonna
for
fix that.
Becky gets the photo credit on that. I babysat my grandbaby last week while
Grand
Maddie
kitty.
was up in Atlanta.
Look at her pupils.
And so
I know.
They're blowed out.
hold on.
Yeah, let me get in on this.
Yeah, you're unmuted now, so you're good.
Okay, yeah, that's my baby Goo Bear. She, my bad. You got to be in her space and play with her on her terms, or you get mauled.
She did come at me a few. I got a few scratches from.
Yeah, you can see those pupils. I mean,
look at her. She's under the
mad as
bed.
hell, for real.
So yeah, we were just kind of talking
were-
a little bit here. I mean, she never really hangs out with me, but she'll kind of watch me from a distance. But,
Yeah, she's just like the epitome of irritable.
yeah, she's kind of irritable. She gives me a, and I'm like, hey,
She'll do that to me, like.
you're not scaring me, girl. This is also a very big deal for me and Maddie Owala, which is my new favorite water bottle right here.
Don't tell me
Yes.
this is the one y'all got.
Hell yeah, it is.
Hold
it's
on.
called.
There's a better picture. That
Okay, this is the one that y'all paid money for?
They're
It's
not.
intentional?
They're not super expensive.
I'm just saying y'all paid money for this.
Maddie,
You
look
think
at
this is cute?
That isn't the best picture. Like here.
Well, what do we?
Can they see that?
Probably not. No.
Pull it
I
back.
wish they could.
Pull it back.
No, you can't.
There's
Maddie.
no way.
really see it.
Well,
It's
it's
not
a
gonna
better
happen.
picture.
Well, anyway, that looks like something that shows up at my Kindercare every week.
No.
Oh
Yes,
my God, Maddie.
it does.
Don't let her
It's
get away
fun.
with this. Don't let her get away with this.
Why
It
do you have to
does.
ruin joy? Like this is literally something that I think is cute and fun, and
Don't
you're
let her
just-
get away with that.
Why you
Maddie.
gotta hate?
I'm not hating. I'm just
There
stating,
you go.
look, $38 for a
You're-
fucking water bottle? I'm
Maddie
sorry.
or Courtney, why do you have to cuss like that?
I didn't mean to.
Mom.
Anyway, yeah, we had to get on there at 11 o'clock on Monday, I think, and like fight the crowds to try to get these special editions.
That thing sold out in 6 minutes.
It was gone really fast.
Jay, you got two?
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
one for me, one for
Wow.
Maddie. I also got a solo cup one for Andrew.
Did you have a...
That one's pretty sick.
and I got the
too.
Y2K Princess, which sold out quickly too.
Wait a
so
minute, I have a question.
Here we go.
Did you set an alarm for this?
No, we were texting about it as it was occurring.
Yeah, we were texting.
Weren't you supposed to be in class or something?
I think that looks like fire, but
See, my philosophy is like, if you can have fun, obnoxious shit, like why not?
okay.
Okay.
You know?
Also, this is my favorite picture of the week. This is my friend Ian Borders. He's an assistant coach at Auburn. And he was getting ready to go. Auburn's up in Nashville now. He was getting ready to get on the bus to go to Nashville. And he puts backpacks on front and back. Because he says nobody will carry his shit for him, which I don't really understand why anybody would carry shit for Ian anyway. But I just thought this was hilarious, man. Front and back. He's got his papoose in the front and then his other stuff in the back. So.
Well, the front looks a lot heavier than the back.
It's just funny to me.
Who took this picture?
Me!
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I said, I got to get a picture of this. And Ian was like, hey, man, get it so I can see both. And get my name tag out in front.
My
too.
name tag in front.
Ian does a lot of video work for Auburn, a lot of scouting and stuff like that, with recruiting, with planning for games and stuff. So he's a guy who's behind the scenes, but he's amazing. He's a great guy from Louisville. And he's married to a girl from Louisville, so we got that in common. He loves bourbon, too. No doubt about it. And I think we got one more picture. Hey, now.
Why? Why?
Well,
Tim the Toolman Taylor says, Goubert?
look at
Explain your cat's name.
Oh, her name is Goose. And like, obviously, like everybody has their little pet names that just evolve from nothing. Like, I'll call her Dee Dee. Like, I don't know. You just kind of start mumbling stuff. So it just kind of, that's Goubert. Like,
Goubert.
B-E-A-R. Like, she's a little bear.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Goubert.
Gotcha. No, she's named Goose because we have Maverick. And so Maddie got cat and we thought it was a boy.
Oh,
we
yeah.
first got her. We thought it was a him. We were told it was a him. We did not investigate until we went to the vet and they're like, hey, guess what? It's a girl.
And I was like, oh, because I knew girl cats were crazier.
Yeah,
Hey.
well,
And
there
here
you
we
go.
are.
Cassidy Pieces, anyone else think Blue Cane resembles a member of the Doobie Brothers? Blue Cane is that really thin white guy that plays for Georgia that you were like, oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Has the long hair.
Yeah.
Could be one of the Doobie Brothers, yes.
He's a little tall for
He doesn't have that
but
beautiful name like Michael McDonald, though, that's for sure.
I don't know the feathered hairs there.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. There was something else. Let's see. Mike B says he's moved on from the DO to 3-chord strange collaboration. This is good. The 3-chord. We tried every version
I
of 3-chord.
Three
We
of
tried
them,
3.
and I was like, I just couldn't get it. I was not interested. I really wanted to be,
Look at this, Courtney.
but I just was not.
That pasta looks like it cost a pretty penne.
Penne.
Hey.
It cost a pretty penne when it came when it had
Olive
a
Garden.
reversal.
You didn't reverse that,
I
did
didn't
you?
reverse it really.
Courtney's not a reverser.
I'm not a reverser.
She comes from a long line of alcoholics.
I do. I'm very proud.
Uh-huh.
Very proud.
There's no doubt about it.
Very proud.
So there you go. Those are our pictures for the week. I think everybody loved that picture of Ian. I
So-
saw Michael Ace's heavy front pack. Well said. Ravin's he's a fan. I see what you did there, Major Zero.
That's right.
That was very clever. I like that. Is it time for Courtney's Corner?
Yes. Courtney's Corner.
Courtney's corner.
Courtney,
We need to have like
yeah, we need that.
need some music or something.
Courtney Coco.
This will be your first.
Coco.
We need some sirens.
Courtney wants to know
I
everyone's
need to know this. This is very important.
favorite movie candy.
This is very important. So we need to preface this. This is movie candy in a movie theater. Or
Okay.
theater, however you want to say it. This is not necessarily watching Netflix at home. Okay? So this is when you go and you pay like $9 for your bag of M&Ms or whatever. But this is very important information that everybody needs to know. So my number one thing at a movie theater is Junior Mints. And that's probably the only place I ever eat Junior Mints.
I don't think that's true, but
I don't ever get a Junior Mint on
yeah,
my
I
plate.
mean, it's not happened. It doesn't happen often, but there was a time in your life where I saw it a few times, maybe.
Okay.
Cassidy P did say he's going to hang it up, peace, hair grease, and be where your feet are. Big win for Bruce and the boys tomorrow. We'll be doing lives
Yes.
tomorrow, by the way. The game starts at 2:30, so around, I don't know,
Yes.
4:30 or something like that. Let's see. We already got some feedback coming from Major Zero. Says hot tamales. That is a Warriors candy. It is too much for me, my G.
Nobody's interested in that in this house.
So Twizzlers is just basically licorice.
just
and
boring.
It's just ass. I hate licorice. Whoppers are
Neither.
like, it seemed like that would have been popular in like the 30s or something.
mean,
Yeah, like what the hell are malt balls?
Nobody gives a
Like,
fuck about
malted
malted.
milk balls.
Who wants a malt ball?
I keep drinking malted milk.
So on the worst list, Whoppers is the best on the worst list.
No, Raisinets is
No.
the best on the worst
No,
list.
Raisinets suck ass.
I would go
Jay.
snow caps are the best on the worst
Snow caps
list.
are terrible.
Those
Oh,
are
they
all
have those
terrible.
They got those little gritty
BBs
things.
in your mouth? Like,
Yes.
oh,
Those
geez.
are all terrible.
They're
guys.
awful. Man.
I like Raisinets. I've actually had, no, Goobers is peanuts and Raisinets is raisins,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
By the way, I spelled that correctly. I had to change it.
I know. It is spelled with just one T.
That is the official spelling. So anybody that thinks it looks wrong, talk to them about
Then it should be raisinets.
Raisinets.
Over on the best side, of course, Courtney, I put the initial next to
so
whose it
the
is.
C,
Junior
yes.
Mints is a C. Peanut M&Ms is my favorite in a movie theater. Madison mentioned that some bitches now put the regular M&Ms in the popcorn.
Oh, that's not a now thing. I feel like that's been going on.
I have never
forever,
heard of
but-
that. But
yeah,
it sounds
you drop
cool
a
as shit.
couple.
I
yeah,
hadn't heard about that either.
Drop a couple milk chocolate M&Ms in there.
So
and
what happens
they-
if you got good hot popcorn? Like it melts?
It doesn't like melt. Like the candy coating stays intact, but the
okay.
inside melts.
Oh, okay. Maybe
It's got
I could do
that
some of that.
semi-permeable outer
I've
shell.
actually gotten M&Ms and put them in the microwave for like 20 seconds.
Get the fuck
20
out of here.
I
seconds.
swear it does the same
Maybe
Does
thing.
it jizz in your
five.
mouth when you bite it? Does
No.
it blast?
I mean, you need to let them sit for a second, but it's kind of like a gusher.
That's what I said. Does it blast in your mouth?
It's a chocolate gusher.
That sounds awful.
Sour Patch Kids is a Maddie's pick for best in a movie theater, which I think I would support too. Although there's a limit for me.
I mean,
can-
Sour Patch Kids are just kind of my favorite in general. Like,
They're good until they burn the hole on your tongue.
Yeah,
And
that's
then you
true.
just gotta give them up for a little bit.
Tim the Toolman says hot tamales and Mike and Ike's are the same candy but different flavor. LOL. I think it's probably
True.
true.
That
yeah.
is very true.
That seems like it passes the sniff.
But
test.
the hot tamales just.
There was a
Thank
time
you.
when every single time there was a Valentine's, I would just buy you a bunch of Mike and Ike's.
Oh,
she
yeah.
like a
still loves
lifetime
that
supply.
shit.
I do like Mike and Ike's, and my friend Becky across the street likes Mike and Ike's too.
I did not know that.
Yeah, she does.
I like the sour ones.
Wow. Okay.
You remember for my birthday, I got like the ridiculous amount of candy from my kindergarten families. Anyway, I got like bags of Mike and Ike's, like the gallon bag of.
Ravin says
whatever
when you
they
can
were.
get those Butterfinger bites and dump them in the popcorn, chef's kiss.
Ugh, but I do not like
Oh.
Butterfingers at all.
I
kinda do.
love
I kinda
Butterfingers.
do.
I just hate that it leaves all that shit in your teeth. Stuff in your teeth.
Don't
Excuse
even
me.
talk about that because your favorite is Milk Duds. Those are the worst.
Yeah, they fucking rip your teeth out.
Yeah, those are the worst for teeth.
It is true.
You can pull your dentures out.
Ravin's wife's like, no milk duds.
Corey says, I agree with that complete worst side. Spot on. There's nothing good over there.
There's nothing
Well,
good over there.
I could make Raisinets work in a pinch.
I
but
can make Whoppers work in a pinch. And Matt, back in the day, Whoppers used to come in a thing that looked like an old
When the
milk
fuck
carton.
are y'all in a pinch and you're gonna eat Whoppers?
You're in a no, it's happened. We've been in those budget ass
When they used to go to the dollar movies.
the dollar movies, and they'd be like,
Yes.
"Oh, we're fucking out everything but Whoppers," and Courtney'd be like, "We can make it
You
work."
can make it work. And put that mouth and just suck on it for
The
a while.
Whoppers
and it
come in
tastes
like
good.
literally a milk box, don't
It was
they?
it used to come in a milk carton.
It's a
like
little carton. You open up the
Yes.
spout.
It's like some shit your grandparents.
spout and you just pour that shit in.
No, you don't
Wait,
do that.
hold on.
Nobody does that.
Y'all know the little strawberry candies that the fucking grandmas would always have wrapped up and it
Yes.
was wrapped like a
Looks like
strawberry?
it.
Those
But
are kind of good.
But it has
Yeah.
the goo in the middle.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're
no, they're good.
They're kind of good.
You do have to suck that thing for a while until you get the juice out.
Whoa. Okay.
I knew that was going to end up wrong. But it's true, you can't just bite that.
Wait, hey, I feel like we can't talk about this without talking about my Swedish candy thing.
Oh, yeah.
No, your
Share
Swedish
about
candy
that.
thing is weird as fuck. by the way.
Weird.
Yes.
I saw it, okay, long story short, I saw it on TikTok and I ordered $40 worth. Well, it was $15 of shipping, so $25 worth
So
of
my
candy.
favorite part of this is that it really is from Sweden.
And it was
It's not just
really,
a coronation.
Patty like 3 months to get it.
it took an entire month to get here, yeah. It was fire though, I'm telling you.
I don't know about fire, but it was good. I mean, it was kind of, it had like some Sour Patch Kids feel to it, but it also was like a marshmallow, like a hard,
Yeah, it was
hard
like kind of
marshmallow.
foamy.
Kind of like hard foamy.
It was good. If
I
you
guess
ever get the
people in
chance
Sweden
to
just
try
really
it.
dig that shit.
If you ever get the chance to try it.
Ravin says my friend's dad had to get a dental implant from a milk dud incident. Dude, I'm
I
serious.
wouldn't be surprised. Especially, you have to be very cautious because when you purchase milk duds, you have to pick it up and you have to shake it.
Oh, make sure they're not stuck.
Make sure they're not stuck and they haven't been in the back of the truck, the shipping truck, and in the heat.
That's
and they all
smart.
melted and then they're stuck together like a big glob. Yeah.
Mr.
Corey
J,
says peanut butter M&Ms should be on the best list. They are on the best list.
No, he said peanut butter M&Ms.
Peanut butter M&Ms.
those are
I
pretty
don't
good
like
too,
them.
but
I'm not sure I've had
I don't like
those.
those. I
Y'all
offered
like
that to you
them?
today and you said no.
You had some in your hand?
I offered you those when at work today. I said, "Do you want one of these?" And you go, "Nope, I don't want them." I said, "Okay."
I mean, I didn't want them. I wasn't going to eat that after Subway. Mike pieces popcorn and a Coke and move on, but the wife likes milk duds. I like popcorn too. That would be my favorite thing in a movie. But she said candy.
yeah.
No, so
the serve yourself butter, gotta have it.
my favorite part, I now moved on to nachos at the movie theater, but you always have to have extra fake ass cheese.
Yeah, it's not even cheese.
No, it's not cheese.
Yeah,
Who
no, it's
fucking
like
knows what
Taco
it
Bell
is?
cheese, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It hits.
He said, Ravince is being married to someone in the dental field. This whole segment could cause a deep discussion.
Oh
Sure.
yeah.
She's probably seen damage
I'm sure.
from some of these. Back in the day, when I was a really young kid, and you don't eat these in the movie theater, but the old school Jolly Ranchers, I would literally bite on those motherfuckers until they would, I'm
Wait,
surprised they didn't
hold
pull a tooth
on.
out.
What's the difference between old school Jolly Ranchers and
They have all
Jolly-
these new, they have like chewable Jolly
Yeah,
Ranchers.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
you're just talking about like the original.
The bricks,
I thought
you
you
know.
meant like back in the day they were different.
The actual
No.
brick
The
of
little
No,
brick.
yeah, you would bite that shit.
I didn't have any fillings or anything, so I would just, and I would get it to where I couldn't pull my teeth out.
I don't have a
It
filling
gets
either,
stuck to-
but like
gets stuck to
I
damn.
had to like pull it out.
Oh my
I
God.
forgot about Jolly Ranchers, man.
I would never do that.
Those
now.
are
You
good,
put the
though.
Jolly Rancher in what, Jay? Was the Jolly Rancher going?
Oh, well, Jay Lee
Zima.
says put it in Zima, but I think he's full of shit on that one.
It was an apple one in your Zima, right?
I would not touch a Jolly Rancher now. I mean, I just feel like it would tear my teeth to pieces, man.
You just gotta suck on it.
I think all these you have to suck.
Mike says, damn, you at an uppity movie house. Corey says, what's the last movie everyone has seen in the theater? I feel like, was I talking to Corey about this the other day?
What is
The last movie in the movie theater.
The last movie we
Probably
saw in
Barbie
winter.
for y'all.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
It would be Barbie. We saw it
saw it.
at
It's
the
been a-
Man's Chinese Theater.
Yeah.
In
so
Hollywood.
last July?
Uh-huh.
June, July?
I think
July?
I've seen some dumbass Marvel movie with Andrew since then, but
Before that, it was probably all the way back to Maverick. Top Gun Maverick.
really?
Yeah.
I don't think we've been to a movie
I
since
saw Where the Crawdads Sing, but that was not with you.
I
then.
feel
What
like
movie
I
is
go.
that? Is that some girl
I
movie?
saw, yeah, I
Yeah.
saw it with,
Girl movie.
I saw it with my friend.
I feel like I go pretty often. I can't lie.
Well, we used to go to the movies all the time when you were little. Every Thursday.
Every Thursday was movie
Yes.
night, movie day. We
Oh
lived
yeah,
Maybe
at
you
the
can care.
rave, right?
Yeah. That was our date because he used to work nights all the time, so we didn't really have a time for a date. And so we would go Thursday afternoon, we'd go to lunch and then go to a movie and then come back and pick you up.
It's a good time.
It was a
Good time had by all. Let's see. Tim the Toolman says Inception was probably the last one he saw. Inception.
Damn, do people not go to the movies anymore?
Was that the Christopher Nolan movie with Leo DiCaprio?
Not since COVID.
Like, really?
Mike B
Yeah.
says Debbie Does Dallas.
You saw that in a theater?
Special theater.
Special kind of theater? They have a hole in the wall at
He
that
ran
theater?
into Pee Wee Herman there. Ravin says Oppenheimer. We had an opportunity to see Oppenheimer
Yeah.
Oh, I saw Oppenheimer with Andrew. It was really good.
in the movie theater.
I liked it.
I'm
yeah.
still waiting to see that. Courtney won't let me see it.
No. Oh, no. This is the one who had me watch a movie this week.
That's true.
We watched a movie.
We saw Poor Things.
I want to call it Cool Things. Poor Things.
Poor Things.
It's,
What a weird movie.
It's unique. It's a very unique movie.
It's like a mix between Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands, and a Hannibal Lecter movie.
And porn.
Oh yeah, and a porn.
Yeah, I mean, she won Best Actress for this, and she's naked a lot in it. So you guys, if you like a super skinny girl, you need to watch
Well,
that.
if you like Emma Stone specifically.
Oh, Emma Stone, she's a very pretty girl, but
I wouldn't say she's super thin. She's certainly not fat, but she's not like rail thin.
Did you see that video
did you
of
see
her at the Oscars?
Sorry,
What,
that was creepy.
She doing good?
No, there's a video. She was like outside in like the common area where there's
Yeah.
a bunch of people, and she was talking to somebody, and she was like, "Oh, Poor Things is up for some type of award," and then she turns around and they're receiving the award, and she starts freaking out and she starts running in her little dress, but she can't really run in it. But I was just about to say,
It's not porn. No, there's a good storyline with it. I mean, basically, it's about a story of an adult woman who has a child's mind.
Yeah, no spoilers, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's what it is.
But she gets smarter as the movie
Yes.
moves on.
It's about learned behavior.
I just looked it up, and Oppenheimer and Poor Things are both still in theaters.
But both of them are also streaming.
Michael Ace's old school Jolly Ranchers had real sugar, not this high fructose shit. Green apple
True.
flavor was my crack. Watermelon was my crack.
Grape, or was it called Very Cherry?
Yes, they had a very cherry.
Very cherry.
Boy, it was too
Very
cherry
cherry
for
or
me.
grape. And I used to get those after school across the street from my elementary school. I'd go over there and there's a little store. And
Did they have the blue
they were
ones?
5 cents. No, they weren't blue.
Really? Blue's
I
the
think
best.
the only thing I remember is grape,
Well, you had green
Green apple.
I loved green.
cherry,
Watermelon.
watermelon.
I loved watermelon. That was,
I don't know what else there was,
that was my
honestly.
go-to.
They had to have
But they had it like in a stash, like they had it sorted by color, and you could go in and they were 5 cents a piece.
Does this guy say corn nuts?
Chip says corn nuts for the win at the movies. Loud and stinky. I like that about it.
Oh no, those things.
I think
those
I've only
things
had
are
it a few
awful.
times in my life.
Those things are
That's
awful.
not even a candy, is it?
No.
Isn't it like unpopular?
Well, we were talking about I like the nachos now, so.
Mike B says no, really something Star Wars. I haven't seen a Star Wars movie in the theater since Rogue One, maybe. I don't. It's been a long time. I really like that stuff too. Michael A says define porn, Courtney.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of action in the movie.
There's a lot of, what does she call it? She has a name for it. It's like the,
Jumping me. You jump on me. You're jumping me. Something about you jump on me.
yeah.
Can I just read this summary that I've been
Okay.
This is of Poor
Poor
Things?
Thing?
All
Okay.
right, here we go. Here's the summary officially.
Brought back to life by an unorthodox scientist, a young woman runs off with a lawyer on a whirlwind adventure across the continents.
free from the prejudices of her time, she grows steadfast in her purpose to stand for equality and liberation.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a lawyer that she ran off with. Had no
Yeah.
clue. I knew he had money.
Remember he was drawing up a contract.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So it says brought back to life by a scientist.
Correct.
So.
Yeah.
That
Did
is
she
accurate.
like die in a prior life or something?
She did. Yeah,
Allegedly, yeah.
she did.
I mean, in the storyline, yes.
I've been meaning to watch it, but
It's unique.
Tim says, what's the craziest thing you've seen someone eating in the theater that obviously didn't come from the theater?
Oh, everybody, that's true. People bring big stashes in their big
yes.
purse.
I'll see people like I even think bringing McDonald's is weird. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You can't go before or after.
Bringing your own
like-
popcorn in like Ziploc bags and then passing it out to
And
everybody.
you hear like a,
Yeah. Oh yeah, we used to do this. We would take I would steal in because we were trying not to have caffeine, and so I would take in a caffeine-free Diet Coke.
yeah.
And all of a sudden you hear the and you open it.
The craziest thing we've seen someone eat in the theater is probably somebody.
Whoa.
Anyway, moving right along.
I've seen it happen.
I mean, for me, I guess just a full course McDonald's meal. Like,
Have you seen that?
What's
Yeah,
a
I mean,
full course McDonald's meal?
And they
like
just pounded
soda,
it?
What else included?
fries, nuggets, burger.
McRib.
Oh, stinking up the whole theater.
Cuz says Jolly Rancher flavors versus chapstick. Oh, interesting, man. They have a lot of the same, like there's a lot of similarities. Like sweet watermelon's one of my favorite chapstick flavors, and then watermelon's my favorite Jolly Rancher, so there's some similarities there. But I don't think they have a marshmallow Jolly Rancher.
Well,
That
you
is
know how
definitely the
they
best chapstick, though. Marshmallow / sugar cookie, it's the same thing.
You know how they make like really bad like kitty balms, like lip balms?
The fuck are you talking
You know,
about?
like you go to Claire's and there's like a makeup section for 10-year-olds.
No, I don't go to
Okay.
Claire's, but
There's
yeah.
like Jolly Rancher lip balm,
Oh, okay.
and I've had it before.
I did not know that.
There's lip balm for anything, like Coke, Fanta.
Tim says, "Wow, Jay, LMAO." Talking about my craziest thing I've seen eaten in a theater was redhead girl. Michael says, "Whoa."
Whoa!
Just being real, bro. I was asked a question. Corey says, Tori bought McDonald's the TP one night after the kitchen closed. Best McDonald's
That's right.
ever.
That's like McDonald's on Thanksgiving night. That is the best McDonald's ever.
Ooh,
if
yes,
you can
it
find an
is.
open one.
And you got to have your daughter go and fetch.
There's
And
a
then
little,
I think last year the
You
one
and
you were
Denton
supposed to
went
get
together.
was closed, and you had to go to
Oh
a
my
further
God,
one.
we had already placed an order,
and they were rude.
and then it was like whatever 10:58 or something, and they were like, you know what? No, we're not doing it. We can't make it.
I'm not doing it.
Vin says someone will be sneaking in a filet of fish into the movie theater
Oh,
tomorrow.
gross.
Friday. It is that time.
It is. That is true. Tomorrow it will happen.
Cuss says nomads. I don't know Claire's. That's what I was saying. I was like, you like when you're in Claire's? I'm like, no.
You know what Claire's is.
I know it exists, but I've been in there one time. it
And
was
you
when
know
got-
what they sell. You know
Well,
what
it's
their
just shit for
target
girls,
audience
like young
is.
girls.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying.
So that explains why I'm not in there.
I was in there when I got my extra additions in my ear.
That's where I get my ears pierced too.
No, that's because I would love to go to a studio to get it done, but it's hard to get in there.
Tim says he's seen people eating a bucket of chicken and a full hot and ready pizza.
That's terrible.
How do you sneak a bucket of chicken in though?
You got full hot and ready pizza in there.
You
Under
just put it in your
jacket.
belly. You put it in your belly. Say, I'm pregnant. Child's a little misshapen. We're gonna call him Popeye, or whatever. I don't know.
That's funny.
Mike B says we project movies on the deck, so we have not been to the theater for a while. That is actually really cool.
Yeah.
We don't have that space or technology
Yeah, we just got a little 30-inch TV in our living room.
Black and white with
Yeah.
ears.
with ears.
It's still got the little like lines on the screen.
We don't have a deck. We couldn't have a deck if we wanted a deck.
I know,
because we
not
don't have
where
enough
we
room.
live.
We don't have enough room.
We
We
have
barely
a
have enough
postage
room.
stamp yard.
That's on my must-have list when I'm older. I can't lie, like a balcony deck area. I love a balcony.
A balcony. Like
balcony.
off of your kitchen, off of your bedroom or something?
Well, like you know what I'm talking about, like a raised porch.
deck.
Yeah,
Oh,
a deck.
It's called a deck.
That's fine.
I wonder why.
What? I told you I've been Love Granny Bump's house.
Michael A says, Maddie, what is the mix of Jolly Ranchers and some kind of hooch? Sounds like a college thing.
That's called lean.
Lean?
You don't know what lean is?
No.
It's cough syrup, Sprite, and Jolly Ranchers
Why?
in
Why?
a cup. Because it's promethazine, which is in the cough syrup, so that's a drug. And then you're mixing it with Jolly Rancher and Sprite for
Oh
flavor.
my God, y'all, this is crazy. Just take some NyQuil and
Who
go to
among
bed.
us does not huff Scotch Guard? You know what I mean?
Me?
Tim says they open the exit door and someone pulls around to the back of the building with the food. You didn't hear it from me though. LOL.
I like it.
Corey says you do have enough room for a grill. I have enough room for a
barely.
Blackstone.
Barely.
I don't think I have enough room for a grill. I think it'd be a fire hazard, honestly. Chip says lean equals purple drink.
Purple drink.
Hey, do you know what neck is?
What?
Do you know what neck is?
Do I know what neck
I know what
is?
necking is, but I don't know what neck is.
Yeah, you know
Do
what
you
neck
want to
is.
know what neck is?
He gave me neck. He paid for it too.
Oh, now I know what it is. Never mind. Move
What
along.
the fuck are you talking about?
He's like, you know this bitch? Never seen her before in my life. You remember that one, Maddie?
I just saw a video of him working the drive-thru at Cane's, Dad.
Drewski?
Drewski?
Oh my God, I love Drewski. It's hilarious. Chip says the purple drink, of course, is Jamarcus Russell's favorite drink.
Yeah.
Tim Toolman Taylor says syrup, lean, that purple drink. Is that a lyric?
Probably.
It's probably a Kanye West lyric, I think. And Michael A loves purple drink,
I'm
as
not
well, or at least he
familiar.
knows about purple drink.
I looked it up. Also known as purple drink or scissor.
Scissor. No, I've heard scissor. Scissor.
Shut up! You've not heard scissor.
I have heard scissor.
What are you talking about?
It's
Really?
like 20 years ago, yeah.
Oh, I've never heard that.
Scissor. How would you describe neck?
Everybody calls it head.
Oh, moving right along.
What are we doing? You take it, you know best. Raven says used to take a sixer into the movie theater in Auburn.
Sixer.
Got pretty good at it. They probably started selling beer there now because of all the revenue they lost from Raven.
Well, I don't know. Does anybody? I mean,
Packing it in.
the way I used to get bourbon when I was in high school, because that was the thing that was easily available to me in my household.
You were drinking bourbon in high school?
Yeah, because that was what was available at home.
Alky.
So I would, my best friend at the time, her name was Tara, and she wore contacts, which was a big deal at the time. So we emptied out her contact solution bottle, and we put bourbon in it, and took it into the football games.
Did you watch it first?
Possibly. Bourbon would have killed anything in it.
Oh, God.
Maddie, Corey saw a Bama fan of the tournament wearing a sweatshirt that said Lank. What am I missing? You know what Lank is?
I think it's like abbreviations for just like a clothing brand, like LA something. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm unfamiliar. I'm
My one
unfamiliar,
is gone.
Corey Weber.
Well, I've been drinking my golden cherry over here. AU256 from the greater state of Madison says, better late than never. Glad to have you, sir. Norman C., who jumped in with us, I think,
at
2 or
that.
3
Look
weeks
at these
ago, is
ladies.
back. Says, what up, up. And Chris, oh my God, Cuz knew something you didn't. He says, Lank stands for let all naysayers know. Although you get some credit for that.
I just look. It's a Bama thing. Look.
It's an Alabama thing? Oh, it's an Alabama thing. That's why
okay,
Chris
that's
knows.
why.
Okay, I got you.
I thought you meant. I don't. Yeah, I get
And
it.
Corey says, appreciate you, cuz. Thank you for being of service there, sir. Chip says, next episode of the Bourbon Blend, which bourbons mix well with promethazine? DM.
Which bourbons mixed with promethazine? Jesus.
You're the one that brought it up, Maddie.
The hell no, I didn't bring that
Wait,
up.
promethazine?
That's what she
That's
was
why I said
talking
that's
about.
cough syrup.
Oh, that shit that you drink and it gets you fucked up or whatever?
You know,
Well,
that's
Chip
why,
would know it
Hey,
is
you
too.
know, when you're trying to buy NyQuil and they have to ask for your ID or whatever, that's why people buy it and make lean.
They used to do that with Robitussin.
I think, yeah, it's the same idea.
Yeah, when I was in college, you remember
That was
this.
the first time.
We did a Robo Rave where we
Yeah.
all chugged Robitussin. I got really
This is not to be endorsed by the
I got
Bourbon
really
Blend.
itchy. I was like the fucking guy in Friday that was in the chicken coop like
This is not endorsed by the Bourbon Blend.
I did not dig the Robo Rave. It was not my shit at all. I would much rather just drink shitty bourbon like that crappy Kentucky gentleman over there. You need to drink some of that tonight.
No.
Drink some, go get that.
I am not drinking that tonight. No. No. We
Okay.
ended on a very fine note. I am not drinking that tonight.
Hotax says that will be the shortest blend ever. We'll have police. We'll get swatted like immediately. And Rabin says,
So
Chip, you better check your counts.
Does anybody have any amazing topics to discuss next time on Courtney's Corner?
Courtney's Corner. Brought to you by Mercedes-Benz or whatever.
Brought to you by Porsche.
Check out the new 911 at your local Porsche dealership.
Oh my God, Tim.
What were the
said-
other silly ones you were coming up with? It was like super like trite and basic.
Stop. Jay was making fun of me all the time, but we've had fun conversation from it, so. I mean, we learned what the craziest thing Jay's eaten in the movie theater.
That's not the craziest thing I've ever seen. The craziest thing I've ever seen was at your formal when the girl got.
Anyway.
I already
In a movie
know
theater.
What you're talking about. Wait, hold on. Tim said it's hilarious watching Jay learn about this stuff in real time. I know. I love informing him of shit like that
What
and just
about
watching his face.
promethazine or whatever? I don't.
Yeah, like teaching you about lean. And
We did. I'll teach him.
Neck.
I'll teach Courtney about some Nick.
I know. Anyway.
AU256 has hopped on, and we're talking about head and lean. Gonna have to start the show from the beginning.
Yeah, rewind that shit.
Exactly. Five
Chip
bourbons
says
ago.
BP Rockman can arrange a Porsche sponsorship.
that's
He is
true.
working for Porsche now.
That is true.
I did seriously though. You talked. No. It was on a rundown the other day. Brian thought that Nike was called Nike all this time.
Hey, I've heard that before.
Nice.
Wait, who? Which?
Brian Matthews. Sorry, we met.
What planet does he
Oh.
live on?
Earth.
Not a man in sports though.
He called it Nike, and he just changed it this week. That it's he
Who is-
realizes Nike.
This
And
is,
I used to call this
this
Porsche.
is a joke.
I used to think it was Porsche.
Wait, I still think it is.
Porsche.
I know it's Porsche, but I always say Porsche.
I usually say Porsche.
I know it's incorrect, but I say it.
But anyway, Nike is not what it is.
Wait, are we going to talk about on Beckham when they said Adidas?
Yeah, I mentioned that on the rundown.
Adidas.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what?
Oh, yes, I had a job with Adidas. I was like,
Can y'all speak right? Like, shit.
hey, man,
We're on TV.
where the fuck you from, bro? I thought you were from Miami. Let's see. Tim says, has there ever been a live show that didn't go off the rails?
I'm very offended by this comment.
She feels very seen by that. I need another
Very
sip of
offended.
this little.
Please have a sip of it because it tastes.
It's not. No, it's not that bad.
It's terrible.
It's not that bad.
It's terrible. There is no way that he really thought it was Nike.
Yeah, Michael is calling bullshit on that too. I never really paid attention. If I'd heard him say it, because like Caleb the other day, or not the other day, it was like 6 months ago when he talked about Jalen McLeod. I go, who the fuck is that? He goes, Jalen McLeod. You know the end. I go, Jalen McLeod? No, it's McLeod.
Like,
No, it's not.
It's McLeod.
I think I would have heard Nike.
That's also when we moved here. And what's the name of the cultural park that we have?
Blunt.
And how's it spelled?
Blount.
Blount. I'm like, that is Blount. That is not Blunt.
Booby Miles, according to Corey, Booby Miles and Friday Night Lights pronounce Nike the same way as BMAT.
Hey, do we even have references for Nike? Like, why are we so sure it's Nike?
Michael Jordan told me it was Nike.
What are your sources?
Yeah, they don't call you to be like Nike.
Yeah.
They call you to be like Nike. Mike. See what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
Michael says, if a live show doesn't go off the rails, it won't last very long.
Well-
oh, Courtney, he's ragging on you right there.
Here's the thing. In a live show, you can't sit there and edit it all and pull out the inappropriate stuff. You're just there. And it's all out in public.
Mike B says, my Nike drawers are not supporting as advertised. Nike drawers. They also had bike stuff back for boys, I think, back in the 80s, like bike. You buy those bike. No, they called, guys, you know I'm serious, like bike, B-I-K-E, bike shorts.
Yeah.
It was a brand. It was like,
That's not a brand. That's like a
No.
type of clothing.
no, they had bike shorts. They were.
Maddie, I'm sure this is something that only Californians knew.
Is there a man I could talk to?
These were all
This was in Oklahoma. This was in Oklahoma.
This was, I'm sure, in California. All the surfer kids were wearing.
You guys know
were
about.
wearing bike and Nike.
I had a
stuff.
fucking jock that was made by Bike.
If you look up bike shorts, I promise you, like a generic like bike short. Whoa!
Whoa!
What?
Look,
He just typed in
Whoa!
bike jock
Whoa!
strap.
Whoa!
Look, there it is.
Underwear.
I need to see him.
No, there's a-
wait, go back. Who's that guy on the right?
There's the coach's shorts right there.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Oh my God,
my!
y'all.
Wow, I don't
He's
wanna
on
show
an
that.
underwear site for
Oh
men.
my goodness!
Guys,
Please show more.
Corey says every coach in America wore bikey shorts in the 90s, in the 80s too, bro.
Did you say bikey?
Well,
You just said bikey shorts. I need to meet these guys.
Dad, you are not about to put that up on there.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's girls watching too.
I mean, oh my goodness.
What do you think about that, Courtney?
I think we need a sponsorship.
My baseball coach used to call those jockey straps, and mine were made by Bike. You guys told me it didn't exist, and then I proved you wrong.
You said they were called bike shorts. That's a jock strap.
Well, they're shorts made by Bike.
That ain't no shorts. It says bum.
Runner
right
24
now.
says Bike Athletic, of course. He knows. Runner 24
Oh my
knows.
God, Mom,
whatever.
they're lying.
Mike B says ain't the same. There was a time it did not matter. See what I'm talking about?
Whatever.
And Corey, as I said, every coach in America wore bike shorts in the 90s and the 80s too.
Oh no, I.
Yeah, here we go. Michael knows. Bike shorts existed. They were the worst. Tight where they should not have been. That's true. If you got big balls like some people, it was a problem. Because I didn't have.
So what happens if you have a wiener dick? I mean,
A what?
What'd you say?
A wiener dick?
Are you been drinking?
no, not at all.
They didn't have much room for balls in those shorts.
Did y'all not have any netting in them?
Netting?
Shut up! You
fuck
know
is
what I'm
netting?
talking about.
Netting? What is that?
You like mesh. Are you being serious?
There's no
I promise
mesh.
you those shorts have it.
No, those were not short. Those weren't shorts, May. That was a jock strap.
I know, but there were shorts on that website, and that's what everybody's talking about.
No, those
Dad,
didn't.
you
Those-
really don't know what I'm
those
talking
were
about?
the shorts that they're talking about was like the overweight baseball coach wore them and they were skin tight and his belly hung over them.
I understand.
Wait, you were just showing them a minute ago. You had somebody leaning in on them, not those.
This is
That's what I'm talking about.
this is exactly what I'm talking about.
What I'm talking
This is
about.
what football coaches look like in the 80s. Man. That's what they look like in the 80s, Maddie, and there's not much room in there for your balls.
The hats look like they're made of Dollar Tree, and then like the way they're built.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
That is what bike shorts look like.
But wait, I can't move on without you admitting that you know what I'm talking about the mesh.
Like in Chubbies and shit, there is some, but in those
Athletic
there's not.
shorts.
Men
Typical
athletic
yes,
shorts
typical.
don't have like the netting.
Yes.
No, you
Typical
gotta
athlete.
bring your own.
BYO undergarments.
Yeah, you gotta bring your own jock strap or fucking
Bring your own ball security.
tidy whities or whatever, man. Michael A says no netting, tight polyester only. And again, if you
Yes. I 100% give you that.
And I
am
promise you,
incorrect
like
on that.
50% of those guys were free balling.
I did not know. I did not know. I did not know that there was actually a brand name to those. I just thought
called
that they were,
bike. Yeah.
I know, but I didn't think it was a brand name.
moose
Somebody
knuckle,
paid extra for
Courtney's
that.
call those a camel's foot.
As a camel.
No,
for sure.
camel toe, camel toe.
Otex.
No,
Dad,
foot.
is that you? Becky says those two snaps are hanging on for dear life. Yeah, let's get back over here. Where are those at? Look at that. My boy on the left, man, they are just like, please.
The guy on the right looks like he feels so fucking alpha. Like
You know, his dick's probably almost to the edge of that. He might be getting tip out.
he's free balling. He is free
That's
balling.
Joe Gibbs, by the way. That's the long time. He's a great football coach, and he ended up being a NASCAR owner.
The guy on the left kind of looks like Philip Marshall.
JJ, I didn't see you now. I did see Philip the other day. He was doing good, by the way. He was doing good.
Oh.
Wow.
How did we get here? How did we get to this discussion?
Well, because we talked about Nike, and then I said there was bike, or
Oh,
Bikey,
yeah.
and then you said there's no such thing. And
That is
I already beat you once on this before because you said there was no such thing as Incinerator, and I go, there fucking is. There
Oh,
absolutely
that
is.
is true.
Oh, I would be Team Courtney on that.
Fortunately, your best
It's
friend Catherine knew
it's
that.
actually like a real brand name as an incinerator.
But it's an
Corey
I
said
thought it was
Joe
a
Gibbs on the
disposal.
right. That really was Joe Gibbs, the Hall of Fame coach. Chris Haynes says bike shorts and a trucker hat. That is
Yes, and it sat up on the head. It wasn't pulled
Yes,
down.
like-
it sat up like this high on the head.
As soon as the wind blew.
my JV football coach literally wore bike shorts and a hat that literally barely touched his head. It went up so high. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He'd be like, "Hey, put on your jockey strap.
Jockeys.
Where's your jockey strap?" Be like, "Coach, I left it at home." "Hey, well, you're gonna have to go without it then, son."
You're a catcher today.
Yeah, if you didn't wear it. I broke a cup at Chandler baseball camp because I would catch when I wasn't pitching, and I got a foul ball right off my nuts, and I had a cup, and it broke. I said, "I swear to God, Coach, it broke." He said, "It didn't break." I said, "It broke." So he made me pull it out, and I pulled out half of it, and he goes, "Shit, it did break." I was like, "I know, it's mine." I know.
No.
And then the new technology. So when I started wearing cups, it was kind of, those guys are my age. They were kind of flat, looked like the top of a lacrosse handle.
Okay.
But then, like in the late 80s, they turned into bananas. You could kind of put it in there because you could put.
You could protect the whole side.
Yeah, it gave you more protection, had better angles.
You sound just like Johnny right there. Yeah.
Me and this old boy, we had our cups broken in the game against Marengo County. Norman C says there's no way you could ride a bike with those shorts. Your balls
Correct.
would hang out for
No.
sure.
Oh, yeah. That reminds me of the Bad Grandpa movie.
Yes, it
See
does.
walking down the street and his sack hanging out.
Runner 24 says Phil Marshall. Philip Marshall definitely wore bike shorts back in the day. I
Yes.
wonder if he did.
Oh, 100%.
I'd love to see a picture of that, just to make fun of him for it. I love Philip Marshall. He's great. I was glad to see him the other day. He's doing good. Let's see. Ravin says movie candy was a conversation at some point on this derailed train.
I know. It's hard to understand.
Ravin says bike shorts sound like a great consequence for betting.
I will say bike shorts sounds like a great name for a band.
Kind of like mom jeans, period.
Yeah, there you go. Bike shorts.
Mike says netting, no mesh either. Jock strap is what you were looking for. Yeah, you had a jockey strap, and that's all you got.
Well, I don't wear jock straps, so.
Obviously.
You
But I
have to keep
didn't
it in
think jock
place.
straps were super comfortable either. I just was a little too big for them, I think.
Shut your mouth.
I mean, I just.
You're just lying. Like, you're just saying things.
Last guy I remember with those shorts in person was in Pee Wee football. Guy's drunk dad didn't coach, but wore them to show off his legs. I thought we were going somewhere else with this.
Yeah, I know.
I thought it was going to be a ball or a
Like
shaft or
he
whatever.
has to sit down in like the old foldable like lawn chair that has the netting in it. You know what I'm talking
Yes.
about? The one that leaves the impressions on your legs.
Yeah, it sticks
He'd
to your
sit down
legs.
there and like his sack would hang out the side.
Yeah, he's fucking man spreading.
Boy, you better be careful because if you go in between those woven areas, you might get pinched out, man. It might be a fucking game over.
Don't get up real quick.
No. Jesus, you could get deceptified on that.
Oh wait, we have a
motherfucker.
serious question.
Oh, we have one, really?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, everybody be quiet.
hey, get serious.
Guys, okay, we're serious.
Jay, I've got a question on storing bourbon. Do you put it in the freezer or keep it room temperature?
Do not put it in the freezer.
Goose Flat, I'm glad to have you, brother. Goose Flat's one of our brain drainers that we love him. Yeah, definitely not in the freezer. I don't see any reason why you'd ever put that in the freezer. So we always have
Freezer's
ours.
for vodka.
All of ours is at room temperature.
Freezer's literally just vodka, I feel like. What other liquors would you put in there?
Probably something else that tastes
maybe
like ass.
tequila.
Like, not even tequila, I feel like.
Vodka for sure.
Michael A says, someone sent me a picture of myself coaching in 1981. I was wearing a gray bike shorts, a beach nut cap, and white knee socks. Holy shit.
Knee socks!
A beach nut cap.
Did they have stripes at the top of your knee socks?
God, I hope so. A beach nut cap. That is very relatable. I remember that.
That is classic.
It's been probably since the 80s since I've seen someone fire up a fucking beach nut, by the way. Like, my football coach had a big old pouch of fucking, he'd have a plug, and he'd just load in their fucking throat, and he'd be like, let's go, boys!
Oh, so nasty.
Let's see, Ravin says, without Jay's broken cup, Maddie might not be here. See, it saved me
True.
from
It saved you.
from reproductive angst.
I love it. I need to know though. I need clarification from Michael A on if his white knee socks had stripes at the top.
That means he was
And
a
what
baller.
color were the stripes? Because that is definitely baller status.
Probably
Chris
navy
says, don't
blue.
forget the chaw in the back pocket. Yeah, I think that's where the
Yes.
beach nut would have been. Stick that plug back in there and get you a plug.
Why not just what's the bubble gum?
Big League Chew.
Yep.
That is something nowadays. People do not dip anymore, like my age. Like that, no. Even the real country boys, they don't dip. They use like Zins or whatever, like little pouches of nicotine. It's not
What's
like
that?
tobacco.
I didn't know what that is.
I don't
I just
even know
know
what
you
it
call
is.
all everybody does the vape.
Corey says, my junior high coach kept a dip in all day and never spit.
Ew.
Oh,
He just
God,
kept
his
swallowing
whole-
that shit.
yeah, and then like, oh my God, he's already dead for sure.
Yeah, he's got stomach cancer.
Ravin thinks that the bike shorts, the beach nut, and the knee-high socks needs to be the profile pic.
I love it. That's a great
I
idea.
completely agree with that. 124 says all those socks in the 80s had stripes at the top.
Yes,
I know
they
mine did for
did.
sure. Yeah.
Yes, they were like a gold color, like gold,
Gold and blue or-
gold. No, it was like gold, or like a maroon color, or yeah, something very sexy like that.
Goose Fat says on a lighter note, those bike shorts, they are definitely old school football coach shorts. I seriously thought about wearing them this year while I coached football. This is a throwback, right?
I love it. They'd all be like, you'd walk out and they'd be like, oh my God, what is wrong with him?
They think it's like a cosplay thing. Like, are you gonna go as like Hank from the cartoon?
Black and gold. Oh, he did have gold at the top. Michael A., you need to share this photo. We really need to see this.
He said he paid somebody to destroy it.
What is that? The Tootsie Roll song, right? Mm-hmm. Dun-dun-dun, black and
candy,
gold.
green and
Green and
gold.
gold.
Green and
Let me
gold.
see that
Tootsie
Tootsie
Roll.
Roll. Tootsie Roll. Let me see your Tootsie Roll. Michael A. might have done the Tootsie Roll. He might have. Runner 24 says multiple stripes, usually different colors. Yeah, I definitely had blue and I played at Grissom Elementary School and we had like royal blue and yellow stripes on ours when we played basketball. I've got a picture of me in the Grissom outfit playing basketball and I have those stripes all the way to my knees.
That's nice.
I was a proud Grissomer. I don't know what our mascot was.
Aren't you the flying,
What would we have been?
I think you were the flying.
No, we were not the fucking flying anything. God, man, you're so disrespectful, man.
Grissom Gators. Grissom. Astros.
Astros. Oh, that ain't
That's not
ain't my
right.
Grissom. That ain't my Grissom. That's some other Grissom. There's a lot of Gus Grissoms, I'm sure.
I'm sure you're the Gators. I'm going with the Gators.
Oh, it says I'm reading on Facebook that Grissom just celebrated its 50th anniversary.
Oh.
They
One of its
spelled
first kids there.
that. I feel like that's spelled really incorrectly.
I don't know what our school was. We were blue and yellow though. Those are our colors for sure. Also, Corey says nothing beats the '80s baseball stirrups. Man, I think it was Scott Erickson who was pitching for the Twins, and he went lowrider in like '88, and then everybody started lowridering.
Which lowrider?
That meant like prior to that, you would wear your baseball pants would cut off here, and you'd have the stirrups going down, and then Scott Erickson wore his down all the way down here, so no one would even wear stirrups anymore.
Stirrups?
So in softball, we used to wear them as well, but they were always long pants. They were long.
All the way down to your ankles or whatever.
Stirrups?
I mean, when I was playing real softball.
You know what stirrups are?
I mean, yeah, but
like-
why what's the purpose of them?
So they don't ride up on you. Like
mean,
you
I
put on the
guess
pants
so,
and it
but
stays around
like-
your foot.
Knee. No,
No.
the stirrups keep it up on your knee.
I thought
I'm
stirrups-
saying the long stirrups, you used to pull them on. Any girls on here, there's like nobody. Maybe Tori's still on here. She's too young though. Becky, you're on here. We wore stirrup pants in the 80s, like actual stirrup pants. Yes.
Oh.
You remember
I know
these?
what you're talking
I
about.
know.
You know what I'm talking
It's
about?
basically like yoga
They're
pants.
basically
but they have-
leggings.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
with
they have like
stirrup.
a whole.
Yeah, they actually
somewhere.
have like a piece of how do you call it? Not Velcro, elastic.
Yeah.
Around, and you pull them on like this so they stay around your foot so they don't
Yeah,
all slide
I
up.
get what you're saying.
Yes, I've forgotten about those.
I had two.
I wore
Wait,
some
why-
stirrup
isn't
pants
there-
with my Coca-Cola shirt.
Isn't
for
there
sure.
like a famous picture of Princess Diana wearing them or something?
Probably? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. She was known for being unattractive, so I'm sure.
She wasn't that hot, like
Yeah,
compared to.
come on now.
Compared to like Kate.
She was beautiful.
Maybe I
Beautiful. It might be. I don't know.
Damn.
She is a hottie.
Is that her?
Yes. And that's William.
That word. I don't see any stirrups pictures of Princess Diana
Dang.
for what it's worth.
I'm
Anyway.
tapping.
Michael Ace says ride the strip.
Well, Jay, I think we've kind of.
Well, we got
as-
24,000.
As Ravin said, we kind of went off the rails a little.
Did we?
As usual.
You went off the rails?
You went off the rails.
What are you going to drink? We got to have the last drink.
What are we going to do next week? Do we have any suggestions on our bourbon for next week? Like, does anybody have any ideas?
What I was suggesting.
We will take suggestions from our very excited fans out there. Let's see, what do we have? Stirrup pants were hot. Stirrup pants were hot back in the day. It was before this whole leggings thing.
I don't see
Now
that
that's what they all wear.
I don't see that High Angel Share 117 that we both thought we had.
It's down here at the
It's
bottom.
not one of those two. It's not. It's
Are you
Whiskey
sure?
Row. Hold on, that's
Are you sure? I would have bet
extra,
big money.
extra old and bottled and bond.
It's right there.
Where?
On that shelf.
What are you pointing to?
Right there, third shelf.
This is Whiskey Row Fire.
Okay.
I thought we had one too, Cordy.
What did you
Maybe
say?
we don't.
What are you looking for?
High Angel Share, Old Forester 117.
That Old Forester
Maybe we don't
says
have it.
117 series.
I just realized we have two Lux Rows in the hole because we got one right here too. Mm-hmm. Hey. Mm-hmm. All right, I'll try some toasted marshmallow then. This is our Maker's Mark that we got actually in at Loretto.
So what suggestions you guys have for what we would like to?
Like a
Have a
theme,
sampling next week,
a sampling
yes.
theme.
We will take suggestions because we're that.
I was talking to Cuz about this the other night. I have this much Discovery Series 2 left. This is my first expensive bottle we bought. This is probably 2017 or 16, something like that. Discovery Series 2, it's 44% 10-year Kentucky, 39% 12-year Kentucky, and 17% 14-year Kentucky. But I've only got like an ounce left. I'm saving it. Oh, God. Cuz says single barrel show.
Oh, okay. That's an idea. Here, take notes. Single
Is
barrel
there a
show.
girl I can talk to?
Oh, my, no, you didn't just act. as
Hey, I'm
though I
busy
had-
running the bridge here.
Oh my Lord, single barrel
Goose
show.
Flat says my head coach at Lauderdale High School in Alabama wore the bike shorts and tube socks until 2003. He quit wearing them the year I graduated. He was for sure old school, very similar to Coach Dye. It may have been an homage to Coach Dye.
I think
who knows?
somebody else was talking about they just got the Lux Row. Oh, Norman. Yes.
I missed your Lux Row review,
I'll
unfortunately,
have
but
another
Amy and
little
I,
hit
which
since
is
I found out
my
we have another bottle.
Amy and I, which is my girlfriend, just got that bottle this weekend and love it. The Lux Row 12. Oh my God! Did you get that at the distillery, brother?
Yeah, this is Lux Row 12.
Double
oh my
barrel.
gosh.
Wait, what do you?
I'm just taking a little smell, just a little.
We
little
drank
hit.
that earlier, and you said you didn't like it.
No, I said I like this. I said it was like my fourth up here. I like this. Now, this cork is incredibly impressive. It's very, very solid. I love a good cork in a bottle. It makes me feel like
Goose Flat says, "Do a cheap bourbon, Courtney. We had a bottom barrel
we did do
showdown.
that.
Like I don't know,
Did y'all even do bottom of the barrel though? I feel like
bottom
you
of
cheated.
it. We did the bottom.
Like
because it's
$10
cherish the
bourbon.
last drops of the Discovery Series 2. Mike B says anything single barrel or bottled in bond. Interesting.
Okay. Ooh, bottom bond. I know what I put up there first.
Ahoy there, matey. That's what Melee
What's
says. What's up, Melee?
What's something bottled in bond that anybody would want to know? We would definitely do the Heaven Hill.
we
I'd
don't
have
know.
to get my hands on.
We don't own it, so
Well, it's easy to get.
Cuz might let us borrow his.
It's easy to get.
Bottled
My
in
favorite
bond.
bottled in bond is like one of the cheapest out there, and is but I can only get in Kentucky, so that might have to be a later show.
Is this the old
The old Bardstown
Bottled in Bond?
Bottle in bond. It's like $22 or something, and it's good for what it is.
Yeah, it's good
It's
for what it is.
very good for what it is. And
Bottled
that
in
is that's a Willet product.
Bardstown Bottled in Bond, the black origin is bottled in is
Mm-hmm.
or no. Yeah, I think it is bottled in bond. Let's see. Tim the Toolman Taylor says, Courtney, do you have a cork collection?
No, but we like to share our corks with our friend who does have a cork collection.
Yes, Chris
has
and
like
Becky
a
have one.
container of said corks, and I think it's our friend group tends to save corks and give them to that collection. We don't like have them numbered or labeled or anything like that. It's more of a throw it in the pot kind of thing.
Cuz thinks we could do an out west one where we do the Old Elk, maybe Smoke Wagon, and California bourbons.
Because you might have to sit in on that one.
Otag
I'm sorry, I
says-
have a really hard time with things that are outside of Kentucky. I just do.
Wait, what were you talking about Princess Diana?
Yeah, we were. Otag says early times bottled in bond, which I tanked during my 50th birthday junket through the Bourbon
Oh,
Trail.
that's right. You started early.
I had
That
an
was
early
like
times BIB.
we got on the bus, the little bus for us.
Bus for us.
Our little private shuttle, and started drinking that at like 9 a.m. And the last person on the bus that I ever would have thought would have been like, yes, I'd like to have some of that at 9 a.m.
Was that guy? Our boy
He asked
Tommy.
for it. Yes, Tommy was like,
Well,
yes.
I'd really like
I'd really like to
a
have
little
some of
bit.
that.
If you're gonna drink it, Jay, I might as well have some myself. Let's see. Norman says a Rittenhouse Ride Ball and Bond. Ride Ball? Is that what it's called? It's really good. I've not had any Rittenhouse yet, but I see it and I need to snatch
Is
it.
that McKenna 10 bottled in bond? Yeah, it is. That is McKenna. It
Okay.
is.
Is it? Is it?
Mm-hmm.
We have a bottle of that.
I'm 90% sure that is.
90% sure. That's not too bad. Chip says try some Alabama Detling brown water. I have had that Detling when it was on sale, the dark brown. Cousin's got the light brown, which I like. The dark brown's better. I think the brown label is what I had, and it was good. It is a bit pricey. I think it's $70
I
to
would
$75.
much rather buy Detling than any Clyde Mays product.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I just don't like Clyde
For sure.
Mays.
I know. We tried everything.
I
at
would
Clyde
really
Mays.
like to like it, but I just don't. This doesn't hit for me.
That brown Detling, Cuz likes Detling too.
Yeah.
That brown, the dark brown Detling is really good.
And it's a really cool bottle too.
Yeah, it
like
is.
it's neat. It looks like it came from the apothecary. Hey, that's how you used to get well back in the day. You go to the doc and they'd be like, "Here you go.
How fucking old are
Here's
you?
medicine."
She's like younger than me.
Hey, listen. That's how my daddy grew up. They put a little bourbon in his bottle to make him go to sleep at night. That's some old school there.
Mike B says if you're going bottle and bond, you got to start at the bottom. JTS Brown,
What
which
is that?
That is a bottom shelf from Heaven Hill. Early times, mellow corn. We have mellow corn.
No, we had mellow corn. God,
Is that bottle and bond?
I didn't know that. Is
I'm
it
checking.
really? It's right over here. It's so.
I'm gonna check it.
Oh my God, it's awful. That is terrible. I'm sorry. I do not care for it.
Let's see. Yes, bottled and bond. Says right there.
And is it really?
Yeah.
It sure is. Oh my God. First of all, look at this label. I think I could have produced this label at work today. I mean, look at it. I'm going to pull it back here. This thing is so ugly.
Michael A says, I cannot express how much fun this is for me. Thank you guys for this.
Sorry. Sometimes we're just a little inappropriate, but that's okay.
We just talk a lot. We just have fun.
See, this is, first of all, I like not a bottle. What's a fancy word for a bottle? Receptacle.
Receptacle.
A better looking receptacle.
Some people have said that you're just a
That.
receptacle.
Drink some of that mellow corn, Jay. You deserve all that mellow corn you're going to put in your mouth right now. You deserve all that mellow corn you're getting. Got real quiet for a minute there. Hey, Maddie, how's that? What did you bring over here to drink?
I don't like it.
What don't you like?
The Bourbonola?
It's bad.
What is it?
Well, at the house, she said,
Here,
this
Take
isn't
a
bad.
slug of this.
I don't want that.
You don't want to try my liquid IV?
No.
Oh, meow.
Everything that comes out of a wall is 5% better because it's in an walla.
Okay, let me try.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I did have a catastrophe at my house this last week. Y'all, I decided we have this new cat, right? So I decided I was gonna get the fancy like cat litter cleaner upper thing that helps keep the house nice and tidy and smell good.
Litter genie, right?
Litter genie, I don't know what it's called. It's like anyway.
That's good.
Basically, they're supposed to go in it, do their business, and it cleans itself.
Hisself. Yeah.
Our cat hated it. Like, hated
it.
it. And I did not realize this until too late. So, word to the wise. If you're going to get one of those, make sure you have a young cat, not an older cat, because they don't like change much.
Yeah.
So we had to go back to that, and it was a waste of money. So we're hoping that Maddie's younger cat will enjoy it.
We're hoping that.
Taking it for a ride.
You want to show this picture?
Oh, yes.
Hey, I got a random picture here I want to show you guys. We hadn't planned on showing, but I'll do it anyway.
So
That one.
the house behind us is for sale. And this is 1 hour before the open house, y'all.
We're like, yo, man.
I'm like, this is literally like 59 minutes before they're having an open house. This is like 1:01 p.m. And I'm coming out and I'm like, why are you having an open house? Who wants to?
Yeah, cut your grass, yo. Please. Let's just cut it. And they did. They came back and cut it with like 30 minutes to go. I'm sure the agent was like, yo, can't do that shit. But anyway. Corey says, Tori says, I let our 14-year-old son taste of it.
Sorry.
I let our 14-year-old son taste
Jesus. Give her some water. You're a water.
I've had water. I've had water.
Tori let her she let her 14-year-old son taste a bit of bourbon this evening on his lips. I'm glad it wasn't somewhere else on his body. He said it burned a little bit. I hope I don't go to jail tonight.
You're going
We
to
got a
jail.
1220 in progress. Female. She's letting her son apply bourbon to his fingernails. We believe this to be a child endangerment situation. Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, I did.
That was great.
I know you're not going to talk anymore. He's just going to start coughing. Raven says, what's the cat's name? Reggie?
Herschel.
Name is Herschel.
Jesus.
I know. She can't.
Okay, I'm done.
Done with what? Coughing? Great. I was going to try to get a picture of Herschel, but I couldn't find it. Oh, no, that's Maddie's kitty.
I'll look for. I have a picture of Hershey.
Hershey Squirt, where are you? I went to the doctor's office on Friday, I think, to check in. And I said, I went to AFib a couple weeks ago. He goes, oh, I hate to hear that. I said, that was my fault. He goes, what do you mean? I go, I got drunk as shit at a rock and roll show. And you know how that goes. And he goes, His first question, not how's you doing, not how's your heart. He goes, what band? Steel Panther, and he goes, oh, I don't think I've heard of that one.
You're like, no, you have not.
No, you haven't.
Most normal people have not.
I have a really good picture for you.
Wait, I'm trying to get this over us.
Oh, look at Hershey.
Look at him. He looks so evil.
He's so cute.
There he is.
He looks so evil.
He is
That
so
is Herschel.
cute.
So that's what he
We've
looks
had
like.
him since October.
That's what he
and,
looks like anyway.
Do mine. It's really good. My picture.
War Damn Steve says, take that mic. Courtney, you're disrupting
know.
the whole fucking show with all your coughing.
I'm so sorry. Will I get going? Oh my God.
What is that?
Guys, my friend.
This is Maddie's cat.
I was holding my cat and I was.
God bless.
And my
man.
friend was in the living room, so I was like, oh, I'll go show Goose to her. And she was like, Goose, take a picture.
She does that to me too.
Goose did not care for your friend, apparently.
Well, she don't look happy there at all. You guys are cracking me up. Chip Chip says, the cough syrup episode idea is sounding better for AA.
I know. I started going, and it's all this drainage from these damn allergy shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Everybody's got this right now, and now that I've been drinking, it's just, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Courtney's
coming out a
answer to
little bit
anything
more.
that's wrong is take an Allegra.
No, Claritin.
Claritin, yeah. Are you having a heart attack? Take a Claritin, you'll be fine. You broke your fucking shin bone? Take a Claritin. Rub a Claritin on it, it'll be
You have
fine.
stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Take a Claritin.
You need more Claritin in your life. O-Tag, Orange Taffy like anal gooses,
Y'all
Demon
are
Cat.
so rude.
That is about right.
That is a demon cat.
Brighton says, I am Tori's 14-year-old son. I can say that I won't be drinking any more bourbon anytime
Oh,
soon.
look at Brighton.
The source
I
is
used to know Brighton back when he was a little bit younger.
when he was at the
He used to come to the K Care.
Kinda Care.
What do you think it's about that time, Jay?
Mellow corn is just has nothing going on.
It's
really.
awful.
No, it's not awful. It's just
Yes, it's awful.
this is like the most basic, boring bourbon.
Mellow corn is awful.
Is it even bourbon? No, it's just whiskey.
It is terrible.
Yeah, but this is probably like all corn, right? And they call it mellow corn, so I'm sure it's like super, super high corn content on that point. Let's see. That was great, Brighton. I like that. We went straight to the source on that one.
Yes.
Michael A says, excuses, excuses, excuses.
I mean,
Also, Mike B had a couple more ideas. Bottle and Bond's second shelf, Heaven Hill, McKenna, Bardstown, third shelf, EHT small batch.
oh.
Do I have that here? We have E.H. Taylor. I don't. It's not the
I
good
think
one.
it's the
though.
Hizzle. I think
not
it's in
as-
your other backdrop.
It's not a super good one. Yeah. Anyway, Courtney says it's about that time, so I guess it's
It is
about
about that time. But yeah, mellow corn is, yeah, it does taste like corn liquor. It's terrible.
Yeah. Melee says mellow corn is just like corn liquor. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, I think it's full of just corn. It's 100 proof, bottle and bond, but I don't know. It's just totally average. Like it's not.
It's not average.
It's below average, but it's inoffensive. Like it's not like ass. I would drink this 10 out of 10 over Rowan's Creek or Noah's Mill.
Oh, those are terrible.
I'm gonna have some on standby because if Auburn loses in this tournament coming up here, I'm drinking some fucking Rowan's Creek.
Well, I guess we're going to purchase them tomorrow.
I'm gonna be really, really
We don't have that
bent
on
for the
tap.
rent. Melee says very old Barton 100 as a sleeper. It's also a drain pour. Remember I had a half gallon of that shit for my dad? Here, I think it was.
I don't remember that.
I think I poured that motherfucker out. Michael A says I'm ready for the after show party broadcast. Courtney.
Complete with golf.
Courtney after dark.
What are we gonna call your thing now?
Courtney's corner.
Courtney's
Just
corner?
to be totally dorky.
And you see with the K.
Yeah, Courtney with a K. Courtney's corner.
No.
Courtney's casual corner. Just like what was it, Kiffin's?
Oh yeah, Kiffin's corner. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it was. What an idiot. Mm-hmm. Let's see. War Damn Steve says Rowan's shouldn't be hard to find. Yeah,
That's
I know people.
for sure because
That's my
there
least
are
favorite
some
bourbon.
people that actually like this.
I hate it, Steve.
I think it's terrible.
It's my least favorite bourbon. It literally tastes like you're drinking water out of a creek. It's so earthy.
I mean, it is the name, so
Yeah, well, you didn't think it would actually be from Rowan's Creek.
it is
Sheesh.
really from Rowan's Creek.
Let's see. Mike says, Courtney, you have to work up from the bottom.
Yes,
She
that's
says-
what I tell Jay.
No,
Sorry, was just laid out right there. It was waiting
All
for
right.
that presentation.
So you're trying to say that I have to work up from the bottom?
I'm saying
Does that mean you're the bottom?
that's what I tell Jay.
Ooh.
Any more silent time during
I'm
this
curious
show?
to hear your answer. Are
Are we going to have
are-
any more silent time during this show?
Are you a bottom? You're the one that said work up from the bottom.
I'm just reiterating what Mike was saying. He said Courtney, comma.
He
You
said,
have to work
Ward
up from the
MC says,
bottom.
haven't had it, Rowands Creek, but haven't heard any positive reviews.
Don't buy it. Do not buy it.
No, you're not going to get any positive reviews on this show. I promise you that. All right, we're going to wrap it up there, right? Is that what we're going to do? Mm-hmm. For those of you who are Auburn related, I will be running the Brain Drain tomorrow. Auburn's playing at 2:30 Central Time, and I will try to get on the air as quickly as possible after that game ends. If they win,
And a big win.
I don't know. It's really hard for me to write a column and then get on the air fast. It's damn near impossible.
Just get on the air and you can write a column.
We'll see how it goes.
Later.
Buck, let's see. Buck was asking. God dang it, I missed it again.
Oh,
Tuning in late. Have you guys tried Peerless Double Oak? We
Would
have
love
tried
to.
it. No, we tried it.
we had it there, didn't we, at the
Yeah,
distillery?
but I haven't got my hands on it. Do we? No, we got single barrels. What we got?
We got
coming
a
to.
single barrel coming. But
So we had it once. I would like to get it again. Haven't seen the one that I wanted to. The one that I wanted since then. So
today at the ABC, they just had regular Peerless and Peerless Rye, which we're not too interested
I love regular Peerless. Is delicious. I love it. But
And I like a rye in a cocktail, but I'm not going to pay Peerless Rye cocktail prices for my cocktail.
Orange Taffy like anal goose says, great show, y'all. Hopefully a big win tomorrow. That's what I'm talking about. Melee says, just repost the last Carolina rap. Hey, let me get a laugh
Hopefully.
on that one. That's pretty funny. right there.
Hopefully.
And then Corey says, La Jolla tomorrow night?
No, not tomorrow night. Mm-mm.
We just did La
Jay's
Jolla.
got a big day.
We just did
so,
La Jolla
last week.
last week, yeah. Lindsay. Lindsay, Michael, David, legends over there, bro.
they are.
Great spot. All right, so we're just going to wrap it up there, Courtney. Have we done all the damage we can do?
I think we have.
Have we set YouTube broadcasting back?
I mean, with the 19,000 viewers we have right now, I mean, it's.
It
they
sure was great
definitely-
having you here, Madison.
Thanks.
you
I'm
for
glad
sharing.
to be here.
It was a real positive. Do you want to come say hi, or do you just want to hang out?
Sure.
Bring your snack you brought with you.
What snack? Oh.
Maddie brought a snack.
Madison.
I brought my sack of Fruit Loops,
Hey,
but I wasn't
whoa,
allowed to eat
whoa.
them.
What's
What
in
do
your
you have?
sack there?
What is that? Oh, that's the microphone.
Yeah, I took it off, but
What's in your
Where's
sack,
our
Maddie?
sack?
I got a Fruit Loop sack.
That's a nice sack you
Why don't you
have,
reach in
Maddie.
your sack and grab a little something out of
You
there?
want some?
You
something
want
out of your
something
sack?
out of your sack?
You want...
Let me grab in your sack and see what
Yeah,
I get my hands
I
on.
knew somebody would want their little...
I don't want any Fruit Loops. Thank you. But thanks so much for sharing, Maddie.
Thanks, Maddie.
That's a
Yeah.
good friend. That's what we tell the kids. That's a good friend.
You know, hey, real quick. I want you to know that every person I've told that I'm an only child, they're always shocked.
Why?
Because they're always like, you can always tell when somebody's an only child, and they can't tell when I am because I share my stuff.
You share your stuff?
Share
You
stuff? Oh,
I thought you meant
Share
you
your
share
Fruit Loops.
your drama.
Oh, no. Like
Oh, okay.
my items, my
Your
personal
tea.
belongings.
oh, okay. Gotcha.
Good job. Way to-
Interesting.
way to share,
I'm very
Maddie.
proud of you for sharing. I'm hoping that came from the learning that you learned in your early learning center you attended.
Oh, yeah.
Mike B
That
says, "Night
daycare was
all."
really good.
Peace, love, and bourbon to all. Mike, I appreciate you being here with us again, brother. You're a ride or die guy. I love that to you. And love that about you, I should say. And then Ravin says, you're not going to be able to chat, but we'll be listening to the show tomorrow. And we'll just be doing that, hopefully talking about a big 40-point win again. Those are my favorite kinds of wins, honestly. And by the way, Auburn has won 24 games this year. Every last one of them has been by double digits. What do you think about that?
That is impressive.
By the way, your Louisville Cardinals just fired their coach. Thoughts?
I don't know. How do you feel about your Cardinals?
Mine?
Yeah, yours.
You're the U of L fan.
You know what else you can use these for? If you have young children, you put them in the toilet, and the boys have to learn to pee and shoot them.
Your high
pee in
school,
the right spot.
Your high school boyfriend used one of these as a cock ring.
Quiet time over there.
That was good.
They called him Thimble Dick.
Oh, she's mad.
I'm so mad.
What are you mad?
I'm so upset.
She's so mad. Oh my God, Dad, she's so
so
mad.
sad.
You're just mad because your high school boyfriend had a thimble dick. And
Dad,
my
stop.
high
She's
school
gonna get
girlfriend
so
had big titties.
upset.
And your high school girlfriend.
No, don't. That's not your business.
Shut up.
It's not their business. It's not their business. It's her business.
She got roast beef.
Have you ever seen?
Your daughter.
Have you ever seen those TikToks of the guy who will take a sports clip and then he'll do his own call over it and he'll make it sound like he's a sports clip and it'll be like, "Here comes the pitch. He fouled it off. Oh my God! He hit him right in the balls. Holy
not
hell! That's
seen
gonna
that.
hurt like a motherfucker in the morning. His balls are gonna be swelled up 3 times size." You ever heard that?
That doesn't sound like it would be on my For You page.
He took one the other day.
It's not in my algorithm.
The other day he did one and it was a foul ball in a softball game that went right up on her twat and he goes, "Oh, it's right in the roast beef sandwich. Whoa!"
Jeez.
All right. It wasn't me. It was on the TikTok. The Chinese government did it. All right, we're going to wrap it up. Appreciate y'all. I'll see you guys, Auburn folks, tomorrow on the Brain Drain the Bourbon Show next Thursday. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Lord
And
willing.
we will let you know which we're going to choose from this.
I'll be doing Brain
Thank you all
Drains.
for sharing.
I'll be doing Brain Trains all weekend long because the Auburn Tigers are going to keep winning.
Hope so.
And they will probably beat your Louisville Cardinals soon.
Oh my God. Jay, they can't play the Cardinals.
Everybody else
They're
does.
so bad.
They're shitty. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all. Love you. See you next time.
Cheers.